All right, guys, I gotta kind of confess tonight. I'm in a little bit of a bad mood. Um, I actually had to break up with my Warforged girlfriend. Yeah, she was too high maintenance. Get it, get it, because like a robot thing, high maintenance. Okay,
Ooh.
Kraken.
Oh, you scared Kraken away.
I'm scared cracking away. Holy fucking god, Mugs, Jesus, you're
Is Bugs
insane.
doing it again?
Mugs is doing crazy things again.
God damn.
God
How
damn
much
it,
money
Bugs.
do you have, Bugs?
Oh my god.
Hi everybody, welcome to the game room. I am LukeTheDM, and I'm actually in a great mood, and it's my job to kill everyone. Tonight is another episode of the Tealeaf Adventuring Company. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate every single one of you. Mugs, you're an insane person. Enjoy your live by the sun, die by the heat thing. I think that pretty much covers it. We've got an amazing group of players, and tonight is super special. I am super hyped because these 5 lucky lads and ladies have collectively, unanimously decided that they want to brave the accursed archive. They are opted for an archive mission, and this is the first ever voluntary archive mission.
Well,
If you
totally wasn't. Totally wasn't peer pressured.
peer pressure, the way to go.
I mean,
Volunteer is a
technically,
strong
we all
term.
bought into the anniversary mission, so.
That's true. So, in case you're not in the Discord, in case you're new, in case you're watching on YouTube and aren't part of the game room yet, which you totally should join, archive missions work in that I will announce the 5 players every week, and if all 5 agree to vote to the archive, they can collectively as a group choose to have one question answered, which will then grant, you guys will see, but it'll kind of start to unlock further content. We'll give answers to some of these, open-ended, unresolved elements of the campaign and start to further progress certain plot lines, which I'm super excited about because I love sharing bits about my world. These sessions are typically a little bit different than the usual missions, I will say. The usual missions have a pretty basic formula of, here's a problem. It's solved by going and murdering things. Go murder them for me. And then you go and you murder things and then the problem's solved. These ones are slightly different. I like to encourage, with the archive, creativity, exploration, critical thinking, and puzzle solving, I suppose. And so this isn't going to be so much of the my bad guy hits your health and you cast a fireball at me sort of thing. It's going to be a little bit different. So we're mixing it up a little bit. And these archive sessions, hopefully will kind of catch on and be a little, variety in the mix of these things. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I put a lot of love into these. And we'll see how it goes. But before we jump into that, we do have a few announcements to get through, TGR-related business, and we like to do these on Thursdays because, people are here. We like to keep people updated. Let's see. Next Thursday, next week. Actually, why don't I go in chronological order? This Saturday, coming up, Saturday morning, we have Board Games and Brunch. We are playing Small World, which is a really, really cute game, all about world domination and rising and falling empires. I've played it. So if you're in the local Western Mass area and you want to come play board games with us, definitely reach out. Sure, WeWoo's always looking for more players. That will bring us to Tuesday, which is our community night now. We're going to play Keep Talking and You Don't Explode on Discord with people. And so we're going to try to figure out how to make it work so that people in the Discord will be talking and we'll be trying to defuse this bomb and not blow up. It's going to be a hilarious time. Like, it's always a fun game. And especially involving the community is going to be great. So definitely be here for that. I'm sure that's going to be a lot of laughs. And then this up next Thursday coming up is the Echo backstory mission for Risky Dark Virus. Guys, it's the amount of enthusiasm that Risky has for his backstory mission is just unparalleled. It is so fun to work with him. We've had multiple voice calls where we're fleshing out the details. We're making sure every last little pick and span thing is clean, crisp, and exactly right. It's going to be a good time. And he's been hyping it up a whole lot in that tavern chat. So I'm super excited to get that ball rolling and get him his artifact and everything. It's gonna be a good time. Also, one last little announcement. We had a little teaser both on Instagram and in the Discord. Mondays. Coming soon. Mondays. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I've been permitted to say by
TM.
the TGR gods. Mondays. Keep an eye out for it. Anything else on the agenda that you can think of, Mr. Kraken? Since you're here?
I'm actually physically here tonight. Mentally, I am here as well. But as far as the last couple weeks, I got nothing.
Okay. Then, why don't we go ahead and kick off tonight's Accursed Archive mission? You guys ready?
Bye.
Oh yeah. All right. Then I will begin with the intro, as is just. Tonight's mission begins as they always do in the beautiful free city of Kadoria on a lonely peninsula to the north of the Midnight Sea. And there in that central prime thoroughway drag known as Evandra's Alley, right where it turns right into the south onto Melora's Way, in that central town square location known as Ava's Piazza, sits a beautiful 3-story mansion that now serves as the Tealeaf Adventuring Company Guild Hall. And our 5 heroes tonight, our adventure tier heroes, have collectively discussed among themselves that they wish to be the first to voluntarily brave the Accursed Archive. You've gathered yourself, you've collected your things, and Marigold, being almost omniscient within the guild hall, has caught wind of your plans. And so on this lovely evening, after you've all enjoyed a nice, fulfilling dinner of whatever food your heart desires, you could find Marigold sitting. She's dressed rather comfily. She's almost got like a crocheted sort of poncho or like a parka over, just this long draping thing. Her hair's just down, kind of unkempt a little bit. And on the little coffee table in the center of the lounge, she has laid the Index Incarnatus out before all of you. She seems a little apprehensive, a little fidgety, but kind of awaiting all of you to arrive whenever you're ready. So, what is everyone up to tonight?
We're pre-planning this. We're choosing this mission, so I've been just like, I have like my crystals out. I'm just channeling my positivity the best I can. I'm just kind of quiet.
Cleansing your aura,
Cleansing.
increasing the vibrational frequency, all the good stuff.
My elbow chakras and my, chin chakras.
Alrighty. What about everybody else?
Skamos is making sure his arm is all clipped on properly. With now they see adjust to his new appendages coming out his back.
That's true.
You sure those are not still trying to get used to the feeling of them? Considering that his other ones were lower, so his balance is a little bit different with them.
Yep.
Ciarenne actually went out today and got a bunch of herbs because she feels like the Forest Father may have lost our aura and needs to be cleansed. So she's going to be burning sage and sweetgrass in the courtyard for anyone who wants an aura cleansing.
All right.
So Ciarenne's got a small fire in the corner.
Something we're not used to seeing anymore since the Gorsic are gone.
Oh.
You will see Karbah kind of trotting his way back towards the tavern, soaking wet, just gone for a dip.
All right. And
gotta stay hydrated,
Pyfean's got his potato. He's gonna walk up to Marigold and he's gonna point a book. It's like, so this is the archive thing, right? This is the thing,
Yeah.
the book.
Hello everyone. I'm happy to see all of you are taking the time to take care of yourselves in your own respective ways. Yes, Pyfean, this is the Index Incarnatus. This book, and she kind of reaches out and straightens it out a little bit. This contains Alexi's archive. I know a couple of you have been in here before, so you can speak to how extremely dangerous this place is, but I believe to further pursue our goals, it is necessary to send expeditions deep within and uncover some of these secrets held within. Um, I've personally had a few ventures in myself, and she kind of moves the parka aside a little bit. You can see this nasty, like almost looks like a really bad bruise, like a burn. This almost like suction cup looking wound on her like shoulder and collarbone. Um, whatever these guardians, these watchers are inside are very, very deadly. So just remember to do your best to remain quiet. Try not to touch anything unless absolutely necessary. And if you see one of those things, just run. There's I've in the few brief encounters I've had with them, all conventional means of combat seem to fail. Spells, weapons. And she kind of like has like 1,000-yard stare, and she kind of like loses herself a little bit before kind of recollecting.
Define things.
They've been different every time I've seen them. They seem to shift their form and twist into new and ever more disturbing nightmares. It's truly a creation or a manifestation of some absolutely maleficent will. It's an echo of a very dark power that I thought was fully vanquished, but evidently not. Are there any questions for the five of you before you enter?
Girl, you are bad at pep talk.
Kind of cracks a smile. I trust me, I have full confidence in all of you. I just understand the risks involved, and I I don't want anyone to go into this taking it lightly. But if you simply abide by the rules, these unspoken laws of the archive, and stick to your business, remain quiet, you should make it back in one piece.
Don't worry, I'm wearing my Labradorite for confidence, and I'm wearing my Yeah, I Know Right for mental acuity.
Good. It's good. Is there any other questions or feedback regarding your expedition?
So we need to be very careful with our healing potions, I suppose.
We've found that conventional methods of healing, including healing potions, magical methods of healing, I should say, seem to not take effect in the archive. I would suggest you leave your potions here, as they won't serve you much purpose within the archive.
Nice. Okay. Well, travel lightly, as they say.
Mhm.
Mm.
I've also just a reminder. We've discovered that certain types of magic don't seem to take hold within this place. It seems that time and space are warped and distorted and perverted in strange ways. Specifically, we've found that any type of teleportation-based magic, be that, you know, 30 feet, 500 feet, or a mile, seem to be completely nullified. And most magics of divination, of uncovering knowledge, of trying to learn or discover things, also seem to be blocked by the power of the archive. That being said, other types of magic are still quite useful, and I would suggest that you prepare accordingly for the unexpected, I suppose. I know it's vague, but I would suggest that you use your spells wisely.
So how do we get into the archive?
Whenever everyone's ready, you give me the go ahead, and I can send you on your way. I will. I've already got a number of these horrible contagions on me. So I will choose to stay out, and I will spot you. And if anything seems to go terribly wrong on your physical forms out here, I can get some help.
All right.
All right.
Can you just make sure when we're in a trance that we look cute?
Of course.
Okay.
And she will druid craft like a little like daisy blossom and like tuck it behind your ear and ear. There.
Okay. I'm ready. All right.
All right.
I'm gonna hold
So-
out my hands to either side.
If there are any other preparations anyone would like to do at this time, now is your last chance. Speak now or forever hold your peace. You need a
So
fucking-
potions don't work
Potions,
in the archives.
healing potions do not work in here.
Oof.
I was gonna maybe switch out Flaming Sphere for something maybe.
Good thing I grabbed that Beacon of Hope spell.
So if we want to heal ourselves, we need like thread and needles. Just stitch our wound shut in battle.
Yeah, I will say that Brenna has a very unique and distinct advantage of being a traditional healer. Seems like actual doctoring seems to work here, but
Duct tape will take care of it. It's fine.
yeah.
I guess.
I mean, I'm ready.
Yeah, this is kind of my opportunity as a DM because I know usually this campaign is a little combat focused. I want to let some of those utility spells shine. You know, some of those weird off the wall spells that maybe in combat aren't super useful, but in other situations that don't come up as often might get their chance to get some mileage here. So
I think I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna do Spider Climb instead of Flaming Sphere.
I like it. Good call. Alrighty. Anything else, folks? Last chance for preparations. Going once. All right. Then Marigold sees that all of you are ready. She nods. Best of luck, and remember, just stay quiet. And she, kind of with a turn of the wrist, without actually touching the index, flips open the book, and you can see a single page kind of loosely flops over, just from momentum, really. And a second, and a third, and a fourth, and a fifth, and a sixth, and a seventh, and it just continuously gets faster and faster, almost in this sort of reading rainbow-esque montage as these flutter of pages begin to turn with blinding speed. You all feel this horrible sucking, pulling sensation, like this extreme gravitational weight is drawing your very essence closer and closer to the archive before you feel that last teetering push over the edge, over the threshold. You feel your very soul being drawn into the archive, and everything goes black. All of you are lost in this daze of semi-unconsciousness for a brief moment before you feel yourself physically manifest once more within the archives. And the first thing you notice is it's cold. It's fucking cold, and you feel like a shiver creep up your spine as you look around and you find yourself in what appears to be this almost like natural limestone cavern, but the walls and the ceiling and the moisture just seem to be almost frozen with this like thin sheen of ice. You can see your breath condensing with every exhale as you look around and you see the five of you have made it. There appears to be only one direction that this corridor leads, further down into this dark, cold, damp cave.
Been a while since I've been here.
I feel like I've been here just that one time, and I feel like we were in there for quite a long time.
I expected more books.
You think of the name archive, you would see books, yeah.
Just be careful because I do remember running from this giant. I don't know if I'm talking too quiet. You guys probably can't hear anything.
No, you're good. You're
I'm
good. We
turning
can hear
up.
you.
So, I remember giant, disgusting monster running towards the bell to escape. So, if we're in trouble, I think we still need to look for the bell to ring it and get out of here. Number one. Number two, as soon as you make a noise, that thing is gonna run it. So that's probably we gotta use our indoor voices.
It's gonna be really difficult for me, but I'll try.
Just
Like.
pretend just the volume of a rich person laughing at all times.
The corridor ahead seems to be wide enough for two of you to go abreast, so you can be two double file if you so choose. So I would like a marching order as you proceed down this icy tunnel.
I'll stand in front, I guess.
Okay, we had a Pyfean up front. I'm actually going to start with just the first two because my map is not big enough. But so is anybody else with Pyfean?
I'll fall next. I'll stand next to him.
All right, and with that, I will grab Captain Karbah, and I will move you guys to the first map. As you progress further down the tunnel, eventually it narrows off, and you can see it opens up into a wider chamber. You can see the floor of this chamber is a complete mirror finish sheen of solid ice. Looking around, you can see there are a number of boulders scattered across this icy floor. There appears to be some sort of chest planted against the far wall, and the only other exit is a small opening to another tunnel to the wall to the north of you.
Oh God, please no.
Are we coming in?
So the rest of you guys are.
Flashbacks.
This is Pokemon. Yes. This is pretty much as they'll move, as these two move. I will add people behind in line from them, but we'll kind of just go down the line in order. So, Pyfean, what do you want to do?
Forgive me because I'm going to ask you 70 billion questions about this item because it is just the weirdest fuckiest thing. But would the cube force slide across ice?
You can certainly try.
It's like two charges. Okay. This is so sure. Fuck it.
All right. So what method of the cube are you using?
One that ignores surfaces. I think that's the second side.
Can you link that in the chat for me?
Yeah, I have the. I think it's that. Yeah.
There we go. Non-living matter can't pass through the barrier. Walls, floors, and ceilings can pass through at your discretion. Okay.
So I'm gonna try that. Do I slide?
Do you step forward?
Yeah.
All right, you step forward and you slide all the way there.
Oh, I actually didn't even know where I was. The map is... There we go.
Alrighty. Captain Karbah, you're up. You see Pyfean step forward and just slide in a smooth action all the way until he collides with the rock in front of him there.
Okay. Is it just me, or is this like a 90s game where you're going to slide all the way through, hit a rock, and we're going to go up and around to that chest?
It's not just you.
Wait,
Yes.
I have an idea.
Because I could go up to
Silo.
Pyfean,
Yep.
and if we go left, we're going to hit the rock. And we go up, we're going to slide to the rock. To the right, we're going to hit the rock, go up to the top, all the way left, and down to the chest.
I have a mildly alternative idea.
Okay, go ahead.
Because the cube is 15 feet.
Mhm.
There's basically a space in front of me that, like, if I had an aura, I think you can put cube auras down. Could I just tell
But
it to...
you said non-living matter.
Well, I can change it as an action unless
That's
I'm...
true.
So if I change it to living matter, am I a barricade against people?
Maybe. That could be an interesting dynamic.
It's 15 feet on a side, not 15 feet wide. That is huge.
Oh, okay. So that would be
It's like thunder wave size.
like that.
One smaller.
Like that. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. So if, like, I tell it to ignore living matter, you could just go left, up, right, up, left, down. I don't know if that's any simpler.
That's a game changer.
Dang, dude.
All right. So, Captain Karbah, what are you doing?
I'm going to move to Pyfean.
All right. So you move here, and are you at?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So you would bump into Pyfean's wall of force right there. All right. Who
Okay.
wants to go next?
I'll go next.
All right. We'll grab. Actually, I'm just going to go through the order of the Discord call just to keep it simple, so everyone
Oh, okay.
gets a turn.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have. So Nirendal, you're following suit right behind Karbah. I guess technically you're kind of stuck. I'll just get everybody on the map. Pyfean, we'll just have you go just to move your ass out of the way.
Oh, I was going to stay here because then, so people can go left. Well, I guess Karbah can just go left anyway. Or do I need to move? I guess I go left then if I move.
All right, so you want to move left?
I guess, yeah, that's the...
All right,
where we're
then
going.
you would slide right about there. That would bring us to Karbah.
Going north.
All right. Whoop. Nirendal.
Yeah, I guess I can only go north.
All right, Skamos.
I got a question here.
Sure, what's up?
If I step in this wall, do I just automatically go this way?
It appears so, yes.
It is literally Ice Gym Pokemon mechanics.
Yeah, I see this. Now,
Yeah, but
if
there's
I go-
actually something else going
off,
on.
like the wall right here, and then will I head this way instead?
Sure, make me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Yeah, you kind of flood it up and end up right there, and then I'll put Ciarenne.
Okay.
Ciarenne bringing up the rear. All right, that'll bring us back to Pyfean.
Where do I want to be? I don't even know where I want to go anymore. Can I just stay still?
Sure, you can stay still. That'll bring us to Karbah.
Alright, I'm going to go right to Pyfean. I guess I'll hit that wall.
All right, you'll bump into his wall of force. That'll bring us to Nirendal.
I'm happy with that.
Get out of the way. I'm gonna go, go west or
All right.
whatever. Straight.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll bring us to Skamos.
I have a question.
Sure.
How tall is the ceiling?
Oh, about 20 feet up.
Okay, I'm gonna just fly.
Okay. You bat your angelic wings. How high up do you want to go?
This is enough of them. I'm not touching the ground.
All right, so you're hovering a little bit off the ground.
I think I got 30 feet of movement with flying, if I remember correctly. So I'm gonna go right here.
Perfect.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start. If someone gets near me, I'm just gonna push them towards the exit if they want to go that way.
I dig it. I dig it. Cool. So you move right about there.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. That'll bring us to Ciarenne.
I'll slide forward.
Okay. And then Ciarenne, if you want to move again, because you haven't had a whole lot of opportunity to go yet.
Yeah, sure, I'll go to here.
Cool. That'll bring us to Pyfean.
Yeah, I guess. Where do I want to go?
Skamos, keeping the ceiling relevant. Hell yeah.
I guess I'll just go north to Skamos and
All right. So you would bump off of him right about there because your aura
yeah.
can't go
This
through.
is just stupid item.
You can turn it off if you want.
Nope.
That'll bring us
Fine right
to
now.
Captain Karbah.
All the way north.
Whoop. All right. And Nirendal.
I will probably go. Yeah, I guess I will. I guess I'll follow north. I don't know.
All right. And Ciarenne.
I'm gonna go over to this rock here.
We're going to snake back around. We're going to go back to Skamos.
Okay. Kind of look at Pyfean like, what happened? Why'd you bounce?
I got a wall.
Turn that off.
I mean, not when it's not my turn.
I don't know that. I think because I'm pretty sure. Do I see this over here?
Yeah, you guys would have seen the chest.
Yeah. Well, I know. I kind of already figured out the puzzle, so I know they have to go this way. I'll let whoever else gets there get it first. I'm gonna head towards the exit then. If there seems like everyone's kind of going that way, anyways.
You just fly right over to the exit.
Yeah, we're about there.
Cool.
I'll just wait for them.
Sounds good. Alrighty, then that'll bring us to Nirendal. We're kind of snaking back through the order, trying to mix it up a little bit.
Okay. Probably just gonna go this way.
Okay. And that'll bring us to Captain Karbah.
All the way left.
Whoop. Okay. And that'll bring us to Pyfean.
I'll turn the cube off.
Okay.
I'm going to go down.
Okay, so it'll bring you there.
Yep.
Cool. All right, and then that'll bring us sneaking back. That'll bring us back to Captain Karbah.
Down to the chest.
All right, down to the chest. It seems to be a solid, sturdy wooden chest.
Let's open it.
Go to open it. It is locked. You get a attempt to pick the lock. You have thieves' tools?
No, not. No. Tic Tic did. Karbah does not. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, why don't we try and pick the lock, I guess.
So without thieves' tools, you're going to be at disadvantage. Go ahead and make me just a straight dexterity check at disadvantage. Kind of just improvising it, using whatever you can scavenge off of your inventory to try to pick the lock. It's a save. I need a check.
Oh, my bad. Well, it's just the number, right? Just clicking it,
yeah,
correct?
it's just gonna. There you go. So unfortunately, an 8, you start to try to fiddle with the lock, and it seems a little bit more complicated than you've really got the expertise to know how to do. So you're unable to at this point.
Where does guidance go?
I think guidance is a touch spell.
I
I
think.
think.
Hmm.
Just
Alrighty.
take the chest with us. It's fine.
That'll bring us to Niren.
Oh boy. How do I click on things? Okay. Yeah, alright. I sense your struggle. I'm gonna get over there and try to help you.
Okay. Alrighty, that'll bring us to Skamos.
Just patiently waiting.
Okay.
I
And
didn't mean to click that. Sorry.
what's up?
I didn't mean to click that. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't see anything. You're good. So Ciarenne, you're up.
Can I go down here?
Sure. Nope. Perfect. That'll bring us back to Skamos. Just waiting.
Yep.
All right. Niren, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna move this way and I'm gonna be like, I got you, bud. And gonna cast guidance.
So action to guidance. Any bonus actions?
Let me see if I can inspire him. I don't know.
I'm gonna open the shit out of this lock.
All right. So with guidance and inspiration, Captain Karbah feels a bit more confident about his next attempt. Cool. All right. That will bring us back to Captain Karbah himself. Want to give it another go?
Alright, so straight dex again, right?
So it's going to be a dex at disadvantage, but you're going to have plus a d4 and plus a d6.
Okay.
All right, so an 11, not bad. Brings it up to a 14. Brings it up to an 18. With Niren, the cheerleader, right behind you, you take whatever little bits of probably like a pocket knife or something and fiddle around with it for about a minute or so before you actually kind of feel it like creak and then snap, and you're like, fuck, I just broke the lock. But then the entire thing kind of snaps and falls off, and you can open the chest right up.
Alright, we open it.
Inside, you find a book. There's no cover. Or there's no title on the cover.
Alright.
This is one of the bits of loot for tonight's mission. We'll get there at the end of the session, but bonus loot.
Karbah's just gonna hold it up and go, it's a book! Book! It's a book! It's a book!
Ivan gives a thumbs up, like, nice.
I'm gonna like cover his little fishy face.
All right. That'll bring us to Pyfean. You're up.
I guess I'll go right.
Right over here.
Yep.
Okie dokie. That'll bring us back to Karbah.
Okay. How thick does the ice look?
Pretty damn.
Okay. I wouldn't see like water underneath it or anything like that.
Frozen solid all the way through.
Okay. I'm going to look at Skamos. Oh, stay there! Flying boy! And I will
Go. Be quiet.
right into this thing.
Perfect.
Right there.
Alrighty. That'll bring us back to Niren if you're good to go.
Yes.
Perfect.
I'll go
Okay.
there.
That'll bring us to Skamos.
I was gonna fly over to Pyfean and just kind of toss him to the exit.
Sure.
So-
Easy enough. You can use your movement to get there and then use your action to kind of give him the momentum to get there. So Pyfean, you're clear.
Cool.
I'm just going to take you off the map for
Right.
simplicity's sake. Okay. Then that would bring us to Ciarenne.
I'll just go there.
Okay. Then that's going to bring us back to Skamos.
Waiting patiently for the next person to get nearby.
We'll go to Captain Karbah.
Alright, Captain Karbah's gonna go down.
Okay. And Captain Karbah, you can go again.
Go left.
Okay. Then we'll go for Ciarenne. Ciarenne, you can double move if you like. Okay. Nirendal, if you'd like to take a couple moves, go ahead.
I'm gonna have to, I guess, hold my action
Okay,
or hold my movement. Can I hold movement in this
Yeah.
situation?
that's fine.
I think I'm probably basically gonna follow the Karbah.
All right, so Karbah and Nirendal, if you guys want to kind of move, one after the other, you can go ahead.
I'd like Ciarenne to move.
Okay, Ciarenne, do you want to just get in there? Sure. Boop, and with Skamos' help, alley-oop
Yeah.
right in. So we will remove Ciarenne from the map. 2 down. All right, Karbah, you can go ahead.
Going down.
You guys can move yourselves too.
Going left. Going up. Going right. Nope. Down to Skamos and out.
Beautiful.
Slimy.
That's the reason I wanted you to stay there.
Yep.
And now she has slime in her hands.
Good job, guys. A little unconventional, but I dig it. And you got the bonus loot. Down at the end of this icy chamber, you see a simple wooden door with a sign on it. The sign is in Primordial. Does anyone read Primordial? Nobody?
Mm-mm.
All right. Then you stand at a simple wooden door.
Do we open
That's
it?
not suspicious.
I guess. Can we investigate the door?
Sure. Make an investigation check.
Okay. I'm gonna use this and roll D&D Beyond, everyone.
D&D Beyond, everybody. All right. As far as you can tell, seems pretty ordinary. There's nothing super weird about it. It's got a handle and hinges and a sign on it in Primordial that you can't read.
I can't read this.
I can't either. Do we just open it? There's no other way forward.
Yes.
Does
I'll
anyone
open the door.
to see our
Yes.
first? Like,
Oh,
CC, you got anything?
I just maybe like not knowing what we're getting ourselves into. Like we all try to stay back, and one of us can open the door.
if one of us steps back, we'll end up back on the ice, though.
I can't at least see the door, so
Yeah, you guys are all crowded in a hallway. There's no ice. You're good.
Oh, this moves past the puzzle. Okay.
Yeah, it moves past the puzzle. Just lazy map making.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna step back and mask of many faces myself, and I just look like a rock, but I'm like a textured human.
Yeah, I believe Mask of Many Faces disguise self. You have to look like a humanoid, but you could look like an Earth Genasi or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna look like
I dig it. I dig it.
Tell people to step behind me. I want to use the cube. And I'm hitting phase 5, which just excludes everything, though I'm ignoring the door. And then I
Okay.
want to open the door.
Inside, you see a very, very dark chamber. A stone floor. Actually, why don't I just go ahead and move you? Get rid of the suspense here. You see there is a gap, just an endless void, a drop, another platform on the other side of the door. And standing around you, you can see there are these strange, spectral, almost ghostly figures. Some of them dragonborn barbarians of the Scalding Sands of Zararis. Some of them well-dressed, elegant, dainty mages of Lexigrad, and others noble and devout priests of Dios. You all sense not necessarily a voice in your mind, but comes to you as a vision, almost as if you're reading within your mind's eye. And it says, tension. A world divided. To proceed, we must bridge a division.
Alright, so hear me out. We take one of these said divisions, we make a bridge out of their limbs.
I don't know if they'll appreciate that. Also, I think they're ghosts.
Might be
A little
allowed.
too literal.
I think. Oh. Well, are they?
I was told to bridge a division.
Can I examine them to determine if they're statues or what
Sure.
the deal is?
As you look at them, they appear to be like they're moving. They're kind of like, almost like idle NPC animation. Just like they seem impatient. You can see the Zararis barbarians just kind of like standing at the ready, kind of like antsy, like almost quick on the draw. You can see the mages of Lexigrad and the priests of Dios just scowling at each other and shooting sideways glances. They appear to be alive, just incorporeal.
So what's your guys' beef?
Alright, so hear me out. We take one of each across the boat at a time. I can steer the boat.
Well, I think it might be the thing where they might all kill each other if
They haven't yet.
they're in. Something about a goose and a fox.
She's got it.
So what's your guys' beef with each other?
As you speak, it kind of seems like they acknowledge you talking, but they can't quite hear you. They're kind of miming and trying to like lean in and hear you, but they
Alright, I
don't.
forget the cube is two-sided.
Oh my gosh! Can I lean into the cube and be like, "Ah."
Absolutely.
All right, I do that.
Oh, the fan art. All right. So
I'm gonna go ahead and do this about it though. Hell yeah!
nice.
So, is it like this? Does one second? I'll get some colors. They hate them, and they hate them, or is it they
Make a-
hate them?
Make a history check.
Okay.
And this is the part where Luke hopes we read the World Anvil.
I got a 9.
You definitely know that Dios and Lexigrad don't like each other. That's for sure.
I'm gonna just talk to. I'm just gonna go up to one of these. These are Lexigrad.
Those are Dios.
Those are Dios. So I'm gonna go to one of these Dios incorporeal beings and say, I'm gonna point over at the Zazarus.
Zararis, yeah.
Okay. And say, hey, how do you feel about them? Think any of them are cute?
They don't seem to like hate them, but they seem to be wary.
Okay. What do you think about those guys over there? You
He
think like
scowls and has a bloodthirsty look in his eye.
say they don't like that? Okay, I'm gonna go over and I'm just gonna like kind of schmooze with them and like, how do you
Make it just a general charisma check.
what do you think? Okay. I don't get things done with history checks, buddy.
All right, nice. So what you would basically the mechanics of this puzzle. If any number of Lexigrad and Dios people are left alone, unsupervised, they will kill each other. The puzzle will reset. If Zarus is the majority on any side, unsupervised, they will kill the opposing factions. The puzzle will reset. The boat can hold a maximum of 3 people, including the driver.
Is there like a name tag or something you can put on the token so we know which is which?
I don't know how to do that.
These are the Zaris people.
There we go. I got you. We got it.
Okay.
The storm scale soldiers are the Zarus ones. Mage. Priest.
I'm
There we
not
go.
seeing any tags.
Should be right underneath all of them. No?
There's an option that says reveal to players.
God damn it. I mean, there's only 3 different ones.
So the boat only fits 3, not 4.
The boat fits 3, including the driver.
I can see that one.
So 3 total.
3 total.
So I'm probably going to just dispel the cube because it's just in the way. But
Sure.
So basically,
It is my mission as a DM to get rid of that fucking cube now. I'm just saying. I will find a fucking way. But anyway.
It's easy.
Okay.
You kill the goat person.
but the will.
So
Only if it gets retrieved.
take one of two, put them in the boat, then take one of 2 of the others. So like this guy, and then this one, and then this one, and this one.
Alright, so who's gonna
and
drive
this
the
one.
boat?
Alright, hold on.
Do I?
I had a thought.
Your thought.
Okay. 3 of you go across. Not anyone else, just the 3 of you go across.
Alright.
Okay.
Go across.
One of you comes back. And then we take the other we take them 3 at a time. Each of those goes 3 at a time across. And someone comes back and gets
2 at a time because somebody has to drive the boat.
they can drive the boat if they're just going across.
Do we trust them to drive the boat?
I don't think we are allowed to let them drive their own boat.
Someone has to drive the boat.
I mean, it can't be that hard. It's literally one direction.
Yeah, only one person has to be there to babysit. So
Yeah.
I'll go across with one other person on our team, and then we'll take one of them, and then Niren can bring them back and forth.
Alright, so who do we want to bring across?
Maybe we'll bring. So Ciarenne will be brought across.
Are you
She'll be
bringing? Well, are you bringing any of the faction people?
Well, I vote that we should bring one of these Zeraris guys
Okay.
over first.
All right. So these are the 3 that's going over.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
and I'll babysit.
Okay. And then Niren's going back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to stand by him though.
Sure.
Just need to eat.
Ciarenne, make me an insight check. All right, Niren, make me an insight check. All right, that went smoothly. You seem chill.
Great.
All right, what's your next move, guys?
So, if I got this straight, it's Diaz and Lexigrad will just straight kill each other
Mhm.
if there isn't anyone else. And Zaris won't kill anyone unless there's more of them than anyone else.
Correct.
Okay. Fuck.
So,
wait, who kills who?
First.
Dios and Lexigrad kill each other
We can't put. We
If they're
can't.
left alone.
if left alone. Zaris will not hurt anyone unless there's more of them than everyone else.
Right. So what we're
All
gonna
right.
do?
So what if you bring over? What if you bring over a Dios and Lexigrad now?
We can see.
It keeps everything even, and on the other side, everything's even, and then we just repeat the process.
Okay. And then I think
So take
we might
one of
use-
each. It's the Zarans, Lexigrad Dios, Zarans, Lexigrad Dios, Zarans, Lexigrad Dios, and that should get us across without
Well, the problem is
unbalanced.
the first Zers we bring back is going to outnumber the rest. So I think I'm going to have to do some degree of putting one of these guys back on the boat at some point. Forget how this.
Right now, everything's even.
Setting sail, Niren?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so you've got one of each over here.
Yeah, you guys stay apart. I'm gonna scold them.
They'll
Listen.
listen.
I'm gonna. Okay. Can. God damn it! Can I
Doing
cast?
kinda- Can you cast what?
Can I cast suggestion?
Hold on, I have an idea.
What do you want to suggest, Niren?
I just suggest that you simmer your pants down and keep your buddies from killing each other. Just keep your butt here, have a good time, talk together. Don't go killing
Hold
anyone.
on,
I bring a
hold
friend
on.
over.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Pyfean, can I have the cube?
It's an attunement item. I can't give it to you.
Okay. Go activate it.
I think I'm
See
going
what you're going for. You're gonna physically wall
I'm
them
gonna
off.
physically barricade them in
I
the
was
cube
honestly
force.
thinking of the same thing. I just wasn't sure how well that would work.
I love it. I love it.
This item is such a fucking meme.
Okay, no, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. Do it over the Zarans.
Okay, so just share the space with them and just hang out.
Just go like, hold on, go like here, and activate the cube. 15
Okay.
feet. Activate the
fucking
cube.
Hilarious.
Damn it, Luke.
As the
That's-
ghost, I'm just gonna cover all my bases and just exclude everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so then Nir will come back and take one of each over to keep it even.
Yep. Sounds good.
You know they're spectral, right?
Listen, it's the thought that counts,
Mm.
and I still think the cube of force outweighs some of that. So
Side 5 literally just says nothing can leave or enter the cube. It just
bingo. All right, so now it's stuck in there. You take one of each of them across. It's all even, and then we take the Zarans over last.
But I want to do the puzzle to start.
This is the puzzle. We just did it.
Okay, you did it. My brain. Okay.
By breaking it.
It's gonna anger the fucking
I mean,
puzzle gods.
We could just do it by moving them one at a time with the Zarin on the boat the whole time.
That's what I was.
Already activated the cube. Let's just fucking try it.
We can't.
How do I map?
So,
We
Truly
can't. We're limited.
what's up? What were you saying, Niren?
I don't think we can do it one at a time with his Zerman on the boat the whole time because I can only have one additional, and then at some point the Lexigrad and Dios, it's going to be uneven.
That's what I'm saying. If you take one Lexigrad, one Dios right now across, it's still even. They won't attack each other. And Zarin is outnumbering the other ones, but they can't leave the cube, so they can't kill anybody.
They might do.
So you take one Lexigrad, one Dios over, come back, take the other Lexigrad Dios over, everything's still even on the other side,
I
and then
think
we bring the Zarans over, and everything's even, we're done.
damn, dude. Well, we'll find out if this works in the puzzle resets. Ha
Want to give it a shot?
Can we fast forward and see if that works?
ha!
All right.
Sure.
Fast forwarding, sticking to Captain Karbah's plan, using his expert leadership as an admiral,
He's confident.
with
Captain.
with clever use of magic items, I will not deny the power of the Cube of Force. Your plan works. You managed to get everyone across. The Tsar. There's a scary moment where the storm scale soldiers look like they might kill Pyfean, but because you guys managed to keep the majority the entire time, you guys managed to all make it across. Cheese my puzzle a little bit, but I ain't even mad. That was clever. Good job, guys. Good job.
Thank you, Tick Tick. Bless
Alright.
your heart.
Can I try to get or did they disappear? Are they just hanging out?
As the last of them make it to the other side, they would all disappear.
Okay.
I mean, if you wanted to talk to them for a meme, you could.
No, I just wanted them to get along.
No, they're not going to get along, but they at least got the mission accomplished. On the other side, as the last one appears and all of these spectral spirits disappear, 2 doors appear. One on the left, one on the right. The one on the left has a sign in Thieves' Cant, and the one on the right has a sign in Druidic. Any of you speak either Thieves' Cant or Druidic?
Man, where's
I-
the candid
around
community when you
zero.
need
You
them?
would think, you
What
would
were
think
the
of
languages
why.
again? Sorry.
Thieves' Cant and Druidic.
I know a druid, maybe.
A powerful one?
I think
We all should.
I don't know anything.
Right, the lack of language proficiencies coming in clutch here. So, as a party, which door are you guys going through?
You just can't.
Should we flip a coin? But yeah, okay.
I vote druidic, but I honestly really don't care because
I vote druidic because there's more likely to be like Sylvan stuff, and we have Fae and Sylvan people. But
Watch the doors be flipped. What the fuck
That
was
makes sense. That makes sense. I'm up for that. You know what? That makes sense. I'm fine with Druidic.
Yeah. I'm cool with
Alright.
that.
So we've got 4 votes for Druidic.
Yeah.
Majority vote.
As you approach the doors, Druidic, you can see there's like
You're
a small
one.
little like vine motif kind of carved into the trim work of the door. Looks very fancy, very well crafted. Can't read what the actual sign says. Who's going in?
I'll take point. Fuck it.
All right. Karbah, you open the door, and inside you have reached the atrium. The atrium appears roughly the same every time you enter the archives, and you step out onto a balcony, overlooking this mind-bogglingly expansive, massive archive of just endless shelves upon shelves upon shelves of books, endless books. Looking to the left and the right, you can see that this balcony is one of several stories worth. You appear to be about on the 3rd level, circling completely around. Looking out over the balcony, you can see this impossibly huge, massive glass domed ceiling with various panels, and above is just a night sky with a full blood red moon. It is eerily silent in the atrium.
And I've
from this-
seen this view.
You've seen, maybe not this exact view, but you've seen this room. And you recognize in the dead center of this endless, winding, ever-shifting maze of bookshelves is this massive lectern on which sits the Index Incarnatus, the actual center of the archives. And you would know that to get your question answered, that's where you need to go. A couple of you have been in the atrium before.
Yeah.
is that where the bell is by the Index Incarnatum?
There is a bell next to the index, yes.
Okay, gotta plan my escape route.
Looking on this balcony on either side of you, there appears to be, you've stepped through one door of dozens. Maybe every 15 feet or so, there seems to be another door, each one distinct in its nature and style and aesthetic and make. The door you step out of seems to, again, kind of mimic the other side with that nice kind of delicate vine and ivy trim work around the edges.
Okay, would I be able to discern any sort of pattern? On another, like if I'm able to see the doors, does my door appear to be another door, like a same style carving insignia pattern on another door somewhere in the atrium that I can see?
Do you want to just go to the next one, like on the left? Or you want to go?
I'm kind of looking to see. My idea is they're like a teleport door almost. So if I can see across that door up there matches the door to my right, I'm going to go through the door to the right.
This maybe I missed this. The size of this atrium is so expansive. It would probably take you days to fully explore every single door. It is that big. Like it is miles to the other side.
Do we
So
see
is-
any doors that like? Oh, sorry.
Is there any like ladders or stairs that we can see down from the balcony level?
Looking around, you can see there is a ladder, maybe about 30 or so feet to the right, that leads down to the bottom floor.
Good to know. Good to know. And does the ladder seem sus? Can I?
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Not really. It seems pretty sturdy. It's like one of those like library ladders, kind of would like slide along the rails of this balcony.
Okay. Okay.
It's pretty high up, like down to the bottom floor is maybe about like a 30, 40-foot drop. So, that vertigo kind of kicks in a little bit, but
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of like file and point at the ladder. Just if anyone else has any ideas? But from the way the ladder goes down, there's still the shifting maze of books between.
yes. So you would be down underneath, like along the walls of the atrium. So you'd have to navigate through the maze of books to get to the center. Yes.
Tough stuff. Okay. All right. Let's kind of powwow. So, what do we think?
Can we see where we need to go?
From up here, yes.
You, flyboy, go.
Oh, okay. I fly over to the. I assume you're talking about going to the center, yeah?
Yeah, go where we need to go for answers.
Okay. Okay, then I'm going.
Oh,
Okay. So you guys just gonna let Skamos fly on his own?
no.
They want to hold hands while I drag you across the sky?
I mean, I can
Okay, hear
cast
me
fly
out.
on
Y'all
anyone
did
who wants to
too.
go.
If Skamos picks me up, I can just ferry everyone over.
Yeah, there you
Feeling about this room. So much is-
Before he goes, I'm gonna inspire him.
Okay. So that's a D8 for Skamos.
This is where
Awesome.
Shad died. This is where Shane died. This is where just be really quiet and try not to fuck around too much. And try not to touch anything. Don't let those wings like I don't know, hit a book off a shelf. Oh my god.
I'm gonna try to fly above them.
Oh god, I don't know. I'm feeling like as soon as my suggestion is it might be better to stick together by the lectern because once we try to shake a little info out of this place, it might shake us back all at once. We've got to figure out a way to get out of here fast. Can I see like the bell?
Yeah, the bell is roughly, it's in the center near the lectern, but it's roughly about like 60 feet away from the lectern.
Okay, I think we all need to be within running to that bell whenever we do anything kind of weird because I don't know that we've used this before.
I think one of you has been here when it was used. So Skamos, if you want to make a history check. Unless you as a player remember
When it
I
was
do not.
when what was used?
when the lectern was used. It's a
Oh.
while ago. With a 20,
Yeah, oh my god.
you remember you were here a long, long time ago with Willow and with Brother Gregor and with Brenna, and I forget who the last person was. But it was Orsic, you're right. You remember
What was that?
Shaynar. You remember Shaynar had forcibly, magically told Brenna to activate the lectern.
Yes. Yes. Forget why you used her though as like a medium for that.
Had to be some reason.
And
Yeah,
then
I don't remember.
did everything go to shit?
A big dark cloud came consuming everything, getting up to us. It took a while to get here, but it wasn't like it was a short amount of time, but it wasn't like immediate.
So
We had to like pull Gregor to get out of there though.
I like myself. I don't want you to go over there, ask the book a question, and then we all get killed by
I
a
feel like we
giant
should get over. Yeah, I
skin.
feel like we should all get over there first before we do anything like that.
I got stuff to do.
All right.
Okay.
What's the game plan, guys?
So if we so to get a sense of how far is the lectern, we're like 2 floors above the lectern. And we're like a vast distance from it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to judge because as you watch and as you're discussing this quietly, you can see that the bookshelves beneath are silently, like Harry Potter style, shifting and moving and rearranging themselves constantly. So that if you were to look and memorize a path through, it would be null and void by the time you got down there.
Look, for what it's worth,
Yeah.
are we supposed to be on like a map? Because right now we're just at the game room screen.
This is just theater of the mind for right now.
Okay, just needed to ask.
I mean, we should just go, because the longer we stay here, the more likely something's going to happen.
So we need to stay together, and I would say as the bookshelves shift, don't touch them books. Don't touch them shelves. Get out of their way.
Could we just walk on top of the bookshelves?
Let's just
I'm okay with that.
there.
Possibly, but those shelves are pretty high, and we'd have to find a way down regardless. I think that would hurt.
I
Like,
mean,
what
I
do you
We
think?
have somebody who can fly and slow us down all the way down.
These
Can
shelves
I,
as,
are high though,
as well
right?
as,
before
as
we
a
do
good,
anything,
Mhm.
can I cast enhanced ability Constitution on Karbah and Niren?
Sure. So you guys all get, what is it, temporary hit points?
2d6.
How
Go ahead and
much?
roll that.
2d6 temporary hit points. Do I roll it or do they roll it?
You would roll it and it would apply to both of them because
Okay.
it's your spell.
Good rolls.
Hell
Hey,
yeah,
shit.
there you go. So
Nice.
Karbah and Niren both get 12 temporary hit points and advantage on Constitution, not saves, right? It's just checks.
Let me look. I think it's checks.
Okay, so Constitution checks are pretty few and far between, but 12
Yeah,
temporary
it was more for the hit points.
hit points are nice. Okay. What's the plan, guys?
Okay, so we're gonna be walking on top of the bookshelves just so we get to the next area, so we get up to the lectern.
I mean, there is the Fairy of the Cube of Force idea.
Okay. So Luke, are these shelves like multiple stories tall?
They are. Some of them are. Not all of them, but most of them.
So we could theoretically, are we seeing the shelves like squish? We could get squished into a wall, essentially, if we were running on top of the shelf.
Maybe.
And we don't have a good jump. I don't know. I'm picturing like this. I don't really know what they're doing.
Like, they seem
I'm
to
just
be
saying.
like rotating like 90 degrees, shifting backwards, and like moving out of each other's way in almost this like giant orchestrated dance.
You know how we don't get squished? We all move in the cube of force together.
Exactly. It's just Cube of Force, solve the puzzle.
I was just thinking about something too. I heard someone said they could cast fly on
I can
people.
cast fly. One.
Yeah, so if you
One time.
cast fly and Pyfean while he has the cube of force open and everyone's in it, and we
That's
can just have someone-
disgusting, and I love it.
we can just fly everyone up to the lector.
Exactly.
Because I think the cube of force doesn't negate the weight.
The cube of force is weightless, but it's centered on me. So if I am flying, it's a 5-block circle around me essentially, and it doesn't really weigh anything or put weight on me. It just kind of exists.
I can also
I can
cast
show
levitate, which lets me rise 20 feet. So
Let's break it. Let's break it.
Break the puzzle, but
Yeah.
the puzzles, they're.
So I could cast fly on one person that can carry
All of us.
up to 500 pounds. Is that what it is? Does it say? No.
Doesn't say.
Okay. Levitate can carry up to 500 pounds, up to 20 feet high, which should be enough to get over bookcases.
Well, I feel like all Pyfean would need to do is use the cube, because I don't think it'll put any weight on him, and we
Right.
just
Fine.
ferry everyone up
If
to
it works.
You guys want to give it a
You
shot?
try.
Alright,
Yes,
fly on
I do.
Pyfean, you can fly.
I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid.
All right, all you guys gather around Pyfean,
Okay.
standing in a nice little group huddle.
I clutch my crystals.
All right.
I also cast levitate on myself and hold Niren's hand just in case.
So just so you know, per
Because
concentration.
they're both concentration. Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind.
So as you cast fly, those temporary hit points would also fade. 'Cause
Oh,
you can't-
well then I don't want to do that.
Okay, well then the second solution that would be give me the cube and I can just fly everyone up. But I was
It's a
doing to it with it.
Yeah.
I know I was doing to it for 30 minutes. Within 30 minutes. So if you want to take a short break,
I mean, it
Time
just holds
doesn't
me
pass
while
in the
I'm in the
archive.
cube,
Could
since
you-
it's centered on me. We'll just fly over.
Just carry Pyfean with us in the cube.
Just carry
oh, I can hold his hand. I could just hold Pyfean's hand while I'm flying up the.
So romantic.
There we go. Yeah, that's good.
All right. I think we have a plan.
All
There we
right.
go.
Carry Pyfean.
Uh,
Carry the book boy.
Skamos, what is your strength score?
My strength score is it's not like, it's a 13, so it's a +1 modifier.
All right. I'm gonna need an athletics check, just because Pyfean is wearing full plate armor.
Are you strong enough to?
No.
Yeah, it's
So we do a test run and he just drops me. Okay.
yeah. You're struggling with your angelic wings. That might
You
be
are inspired.
Oh, I am inspired.
out of D8.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So roll a d8.
Should I guidance? Because this affects me, I guess.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right, I'll do that.
So that was
Remember-
another.
So that's another D4.
Okay.
All right, so we're up to a 10. We're up to a 12. Anybody else want to stack anything on this?
I guess I could also inspire.
You could also
Yes!
inspire for another D6.
Ciarenne can also inspire.
We're a freaking. I'm inspiring for 2 goats to spoon, essentially.
Yes, inspire the shit out of Skamos.
My God. Okay, I will inspire.
We're up to a 16. Ciarenne,
You're
inspire.
Inspire.
No, I think this is idiotic. I'm not inspiring.
God damn it.
Ciarenne thinks it's idiotic. I think it's fine. Whatever.
All right.
Do it.
With a 16, it's going to be slow going. And there's going to be multiple checks involved, but you can get off the
Oh.
ground and ferry with the force of cube, the cube of force.
Force of
Force
cube.
of cube. You can ferry the party with the cube of force, flying, holding Pyfean, but if you drop him, that might be bad news bears.
I mean, Ciarenne, can you just hold an action indefinitely to cast Fly on Pyfean if we drop?
No, because you can only hold a spell for 1 round before it fizzles. And fly is not a reaction.
I mean, it's not that far down, and if we drop, we're not going to take that much damage. It's fine.
All right,
Thanks.
Roll
You
guys-
the-
you guys slowly begin to drift in this tiny little force field cube as Skamos has got Pyfean under the armpits, just gently flying and fluttering away with his newfound angelic power. All right, it's going to be a skill challenge.
Here we
Skamos.
go.
Skamos, I need another athletics check.
Jesus.
Oh, thank
All
God.
right. It's tiresome, and Pyfean's
Also,
fucking heavy. For a scrawny little goat dude, you're like, fuck, this guy's heavy. But you managed to get about a third of the way, hovering over the bookshelves, and looking around, you can see these bookshelves all seem to be various heights and different woods and materials, and you can see all different sizes and color and script books. You see like scrolls neatly packed into vases. You see just parchment bound with twine, maps, baubles, skulls, ships and bottles, all sorts of random little knickknacks jammed onto these shelves. And skittering and just sort of flitting above and in between and on top of all of these bookshelves, you see as you get closer hundreds and hundreds of all of these tiny little creatures. Some appear to be butterflies or birds or dragons or swans. On the ground, you see tiny little rabbits and squirrels and turtles and cats,
Food.
all seemingly made out of almost like origami artwork, just seeming to be almost made out of folded paper and script, just flitting around peacefully. They don't seem to really be paying any mind to you. And it is still silent.
I'm casting guidance on Skamos as
Okay.
we go, like just kind of remembering as quietly as I can with my crystal.
All right. Skamos,
Um,
I need another athletics check. All right, you can add a d4.
I mean,
Here we go.
All right. He's getting heavy. He's getting heavy.
I can inspire him again, alright?
how close are we?
You could theoretically inspire him. So technically, you'd have to inspire him before the roll, but I would say because you know that's an ongoing thing, you can inspire him if you want.
Alright, yeah, I'll do that.
All right, so it's a D8. Go ahead and add a D8, Skamos.
I guess I will also be trying to. I'll inspire.
All right,
We're in it now.
Okay.
I'll
that's
That's
inspire.
a
another
D6,
D6.
right?
Yep. All right, 15 is what you needed. You
Oh,
just
thank
got there. Continuing to fly along, getting heavy. You got one more to make it.
One more
Any,
athletics.
any inspirations you guys want to dump in? Go ahead and do it now.
Yeah,
Okay.
my bad.
Yeah, I'll do another one.
Okay.
Just in case.
I will grudgingly
D6.
give one.
Grudgingly give one. All right, so you got 2 D8s, a D6,
Okay.
plus your athletics.
Okay.
Hey, all
Oh, shit,
right.
I
nice.
appreciate it.
There you go. With the fucking effort of the team here, everyone contributing, you guys managed to
Teamwork.
land just in front of the lectern. In the center of the archives, you can see that massive blood red moon directly above you. And as you guys think and decide what one question you're going to ask of the archive and who's going to be the one to ask it, well, we're going to go ahead and take our short break right now. We'll leave you guys on a little bit of a cliffhanger. So, guys, we will be back in like 5-10 minutes or so. We're going to grab some drinks, use the restroom, all of that. Please stick around through the amazing Be Right Back screen drawn by the lovely Pastamancer and Kelbrina. You guys did an amazing job on that. Remember to stick around because at the end of this, we are going to have the Twitch chat favorite vote for the extra Tealeaf points. And there'll be a lot of sweet lore coming up. If you're like a hardcore TAC fanboy and you want like that sweet juicy details of the world, archive missions are where you get it. So I've got a lot to just speak out and explain and detail, and I'm really excited about it. So we'll be
Sure.
back in like 5-10 minutes or so. All right, see you in a bit. And welcome back. Thank you so much for hanging out through our little short rest break. We are back. We are in the Accursed Archive. We have made it to the Index. And there our party stands in dead silence before this massive, probably about 6 or 7 foot from like end to end open book playing on this lectern. There's actually a small staircase that leads up for someone to start to read the tome. So,
quick question about that. Am I able to look at the book I got compared to the big tome?
completely different.
Okay.
Yep. But heroes, you may select one representative to approach the Index and to ask a single question. So, who is going to be the one to ask the question?
Ciarenne is pulling Karbah's hand down, and Nirendal is going to do it.
All right. So, Nirendal, you
Alright.
step forward, approaching the lectern, approaching the Index Incarnatus in this massive silent hall of so much knowledge. And in these brief moments as you step forward, possibilities begin to creep into your minds like temptation. You could have the answer to any question in the entire multiverse. And
42.
although you've come here with a purpose, you've come here with an explicit mission in mind, that brief bit of opportunity can't quite help but start to creep on the very edges of your mind. But as you approach, you stand before the lectern.
Can I inspire her?
Absolutely. You can have a
Thanks.
D8. Nirendal, what would you like to ask of the Accursed Archive?
How do we restore ourselves from the exhaustion?
All right. As you ask this, I need you to make me a charisma saving throw as the archive attempts to extract its price.
We're all D&D Beyond, everyone.
D&D Beyond, everybody.
D&D. Roll or die.
All right, that's an 11.
Okay, I'm gonna do the that.
Okay, you can add your D8 from...
How to roll? I'm not gonna D&D Beyond. Well,
All right, 14.
dog.
You feel part of your soul drawn out and enter into this book. You
Yeah.
suffer 1 point of exhaustion. So go ahead and
Yeah.
keep track of that
Okay.
as you failed.
Mhm.
And as you do that, the book starts flipping through pages and slams shut with this echoing thud that echoes throughout the chamber. And you all hold your breath for a moment. Nothing happens. You exhale. And Nirendal, you watch as a small little paper folded origami dragon kind of comes, gently glides down, and lands right on the book and kind of looks at you without necessarily a face, but where its face would be, kind of looks at you and voicelessly kind of emotes this little roar, this ferocious dragon roar, and fans out its wings before kind of curling almost like a cat looking at you, kind of just almost excitedly hopping in place looking at you.
I'm going to hold out my hand towards it slowly,
Okay.
so as not to startle.
Slowly approach. It kind of extends its neck and kind of almost would sniff your hand before doing another quick little cat-like circle and taking off and gliding down a hallway into the maze of books, to your right, short, maybe 40 feet away or so.
Oh, I look around and I motion. I follow after it.
Okay. All of you begin to follow this tiny little paper dragon into this endless weaving maze of books. I need a party-wide stealth check, please.
Oh, I'm scared of those.
Those of you in heavy armor are at disadvantage.
Mikey boys.
D&D, D&D Beyond.
So I'm gonna be flying.
Okay. Still a stealth check. Karbah, I need a stealth, not sleight of hand. Thank you. All right,
Ooh, I
I'll take the 16 for Pyfean.
It's literally the same roll.
Oh, I still. Do I still have the two? Do I still have the 3 inspirations that
You
I
would.
didn't
You
use?
would.
Hey. So what's
Sleight of
that
hand
now?
and stealth is the same damn roll. And I fucking botched the stealth one.
Damn,
Nice.
dude.
And the last one was a 6, right? And you
Yeah.
all gave me one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Quietly following through, near and taking point, following this paper dragon, you round a corner, and near, and you can't help but audibly squeak as you pass. There's this horrific looking skull of some strange aberration kind of jutting out from one of the bookshelves that you almost come face to face with. You also have to like instinctively reactively duck underneath it. But after your audible squeak, you don't hit it, you don't touch it, but made a noise. The rest of you slowly moving, following this little paper dragon that leads you through bookshelf after hallway, winding aimlessly, taking lefts and rights, and spiraling back, and you start to see bits of this archive that look familiar. You know, you swear you saw that particular like mummified body preserved, kind of leaning against one of the bookshelves before. You see books of all different colors and titles and scripts, some in common, some in Elvish, some in Sylvan, some in Celestial, some in Draconic. Every language under the sun and then some are represented here. Some don't have titles at all, just blank manuscripts. It is an endless, boundless sea of knowledge. But eventually, this little tiny paper dragon flies you back closer to the wall, and you can see another door kind of pressed into the wall of the archive. What feels like hours of following this thing silently, as quietly as you can. And on this door that the little paper dragon lands in front of is what appears to be a sun and moon.
I nod my head to the little paper dragon and I open the door.
As you open, the little dragon flutters off and kind of takes flight and gains some altitude and joins the other countless flying paper creatures in here. You guys enter down a long, about 100-foot long hallway into the observatory. This is very Avatar: The Last Airbender. In the ancient library, when they enter this large dome room with a large like cog wheel in the center, and you can see it appears to be almost like what are they called? Where you can see all the stars and the planets above you.
Planetarium.
Yeah, this is a planetarium of a room. As you all enter silently, the door creaks shut behind you. And inside, there appears to be a series of concentric circles, numbered and dated, kind of what you can only presume to be a calendar in the center. And it starts on 000.
So why are we here specifically?
You asked the question, how do we restore the exhaustion from the archive? And this is where it brought you. So, as a DM, I will tell you the answer is not going to be blatant, but it is going to be explained here. Somehow.
Are these statues present?
Yes, looking around at the edges of this this planetarium, you can see massive 20-foot tall statues of various warriors of apparently two factions. You can see on your left You can see these almost celestial angelic beings gleaming in radiant bronze, wielding, very beautiful, elegant, ornate armor. And on the right are these sort of fiendish, almost abyssal looking beings with horns and forked tails and cloven feet. Jagged, rugged, nasty looking bits of weaponry and armor. Clearly a dichotomy of good versus evil here.
Okay, so looking at the cogwheels, right?
Yep.
Obviously, they maybe spin. It's at 0 right now.
Yep.
So does it go like one wheel is like a month, one wheel is a date, and one wheel is a year?
You see, make a quick investigation check. It's not explicitly labeled. That's a logical assumption. They're not explicitly labeled, so you don't know if necessarily it's day, month, year, or if it could be like ones, tens, hundreds for a year. So like this is the year 1 versus this is the year 10 versus this is the year 100.
Should we just
Could
start
be.
messing?
What year are we in now?
What is it set to, or what year is it in TAC?
What year is it in TAC?
In TAC it is 1476.
And would we have noticed like when this temple was formed?
Oh, this is timeless. This almost predates time. Actually, make me a history check. This is going to be a very high DC, but some of these statues might give you some clues.
Can I do one too?
Absolutely.
I would ask, but Pipe has absolutely zero reason to know this.
That's true.
Flashing rolls left and right.
Yeah, I would like to.
Yeah. Angels and demons, it sounds vaguely religious, but as far as like a time frame, you're not really sure.
Is there anything I can notice about the statues that seems more conspicuous, like any symbology or
Numbers.
patterns?
Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna help.
Sure.
D&D.
Yeah, you guys can both start to inspect the statues together. So with a 17, not bad. You see that some of the angelic warriors have an insignia, or almost like a holy symbol. And you would recognize a couple of them specifically as... Actually, make a religion check for me.
Can we all join in on this if they ask? Or
Yeah, so as they're pointing out,
Okay.
yes, this is a team effort. Karbah, you and Skamos, being a man of the cloth, you would recognize these holy symbols. Specifically, you recognize 2. There are others that you don't recognize as symbols of Paylor and symbols of Bahamut. And Skamos, it clicks for you that those are 2 of the prime deities of Dios. So you're wondering if these angelic soldiers might be somehow tied to the Holy Empire, but you're not super sure.
how many statues are there?
I would say there's about 6 to a side, so like a full 12, almost like a clock around you.
Hey, Skamos, you're there with Dios. How many of those counselors were there? The holy men.
Oh god, I don't remember out of character.
Like 6 or 7.
There'd be 8.
Okay.
8. Okay. I have a question. One of the more evil-looking ones, does any of them look like Loth or what's his name? I don't remember Loth at the moment.
You don't see any symbology that you would recognize. This seems to be like you're familiar with your own forces of evil. You know, like a lot of the demon princes and the archdevils and things like that. This seems to almost, if you had to guesstimate, because you rolled a 21, seems to almost predate that symbology.
Oh, is this pre? Would I kind of guess this is pre-fall? As in the final ring, Asmodeus's fall.
Maybe. Hard to say. It's old. It's very old.
Hmm.
Let's spin the wheel to make it 666.
I point
Okay. Why is that number significant?
Can we just like maybe just move one of them 1 point and see if anything happens?
I mean, we could just set it to the current year to see what happens.
Make
What
it,
could possibly go
At this point, we
wrong?
could try anything.
we could set it to my birthday.
How many
Right
wheels
on.
is it?
It is
No.
3.
Okay, so it wouldn't be tens, singles, tens, hundreds, thousands. So it would be day, month, year.
Maybe.
Unless
Just for shits, if anyone knows this, because Karbah wouldn't know this, set it to the date the attack was founded and see what happens.
I wouldn't know this.
I'm a
Like,
latecomer. Yep.
that's
I wouldn't either.
weird for the
Just to see what it would do.
What about
Or we could just set it for yesterday.
Oh, we can just do that.
Just set it for yesterday.
I'll touch it and start
All
doing
right.
that.
As you go to move it, it is fairly heavy. So this is going to take a strength check to actually physically move the
I
wheel.
help.
I
Yeah,
would say one person can help and grant advantage.
What's your strength?
I'll just do 2 strength rolls.
You could just do.
18. You hear this like heavy metal on metal grinding and clanking as you move it to set it to yesterday's date. And a few things happen as this happens. You see this incomprehensible spinning of images in front of you, almost like this like a magical illusion or like a hologram projected from the center coming down from this giant dome. You can see stars and planets moving and whipping across the sky to fast forward to the current date. As this happens, you hear the door behind you creak open. Simultaneously, as this is happening, the image stabilizes and comes to a familiar looking place for a couple of you. I think actually, forgive me, I'm a little slow on Tavern Chat. I think maybe only Ciarenne has been to Fort Calum.
so.
Yeah, I think so.
You get what appears to be a modern visage of Fort Calum. But those of you who look back at the door see a much more disturbing visage as creeping slowly towards you, you've awoken one of the Watchers in this hideous, almost aberrant being of ink and shadow, this manifestation of malice and hatred and darkness. These almost slimy, blobby, cephalopod-like tendrils kind of wisping in and out of existence, ever grasping towards you. Hundreds and hundreds of these haunting, peopleless eyes staring out wide in fear. 1,000 mouths screaming in silent horror and pain. Not necessarily limbs per se, but it pulls and stretches and forcibly rips its way through reality closer and closer to you. Step by step. It's about 100 feet away from you at this point. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Hell yeah, bruh. Fucking good.
It's difficult to do when I can't click my character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I can put my character and roll in Beyond for initiative.
You should be able to.
D&D Beyond. It's D&D. God damn it.
I'm fucking on fire to initiative, Jesus.
Dumpster fire today.
All right, everybody in? Beautiful. All right. The date is currently set to yesterday. The year is 1476. Pyfean, you have the initiative. You see this thing open the door. It's 100 feet away from you.
How fast does it look like it can move?
You're not sure yet.
Yay. Thinking of dates. Fuck, Pyfean wouldn't know shit.
I mean, Ciarenne knows that it was it 12? It was 145. Sorry. I think it was 145, right?
145 for what?
For oh, never mind. It wasn't 145. I thought it was 145 for the anniversary, but
It's just a free action for people to
245.
respond. I can try spinning the wheel again, but I need a date, and we're on a limited time frame. And the only thing I could possibly think of conceptually is who's the guy who made this thing? Oh wait, no. If it's before time, it doesn't matter.
What you doing?
We need to look at.
I mean, Alexi founded Lexigrad in 302. He was the one who made it, right? Alexi?
Mm-mm.
No. Oh, I thought he said Alexi.
It belonged to Alexi, but he is not the one who made it.
I thought he made. Oh, somebody made it to protect the information, though, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so it wasn't Alexi that made
When
it.
we get to your turn, I'll have you roll a check to see what Ciarenne remembers.
Yeah, I
Hi,
don't know if
you're
there's any date. I don't think there's any date of significance I can enter without people having to roll checks. The only thing I could possibly think of off this like founding of Dios because of all the religious imagery, but I cannot. I wouldn't think I would know that. Or maybe I would. Can I make a check?
I think this is. I mean, Niren's dumb. I don't know that Niren would know this. She's like average, whatever.
You might know some of it, Pyfean, because we went to Dios to fight
Yeah, Dios,
for
maybe someone-
Marigold.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Can I roll history?
Sure.
All the shit.
No.
Nope. In the panic of the moment, you have 6 seconds to make a
Oh.
decision.
Yeah.
Double zips.
The Python doesn't know shit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn. I'm standing by the wheel.
Okay.
Just
Do you want to hold an action to help someone set it?
yeah, I'll turn the wheel if someone gives me a date.
Okay. Skamos, you are up.
Oh jeez. How fast is that thing moving towards us?
It hasn't moved yet. It just opened the door.
I'm gonna wait too since I buy the thing, but I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself just in
Okay,
case.
so as a bonus action, you've got Shield of Faith. Cool. Alrighty. Ciarenne, you are up.
I guess I'll roll a history check to see if I've listened to anything anyone's been telling me in all of my lore gathering.
Sure, yeah. You are a College of Lore.
Just not in real life.
All right, 17, not bad. Okay. So you were correct that Alexi founded Lexigrad in 302. Alexi, you would know, did not make the archive, but was gifted the archive by someone or something named Simmel.
Should I try 302?
I mean, it was gifted to him, and I mean, that was when Lexigrad was founded. That doesn't even mean that's when the city was related to the archive.
Unless you have a better idea, because either we find the
I
information
mean,
or we
what
bail.
happens if we set it to 302 and another watcher comes out?
We just sent Pyfean at him with the cube of force to trap him.
Just stay by the wheel, keep turning the dates.
Just stand by the doors. We got this.
Cube of force. So it's cube.
Play a pan flute in a corner. No, don't do.
I'll say if I wanted to barricade the door, I think I'm a little late. There's going to be one in here regardless of anything I do.
All right, Ciarenne, what you doing for your action?
I will turn it if you tell me to turn it.
Fine, turn it to 302. Just
I'll do that.
All right. So either Pyfean or Skamos, make me a strength check with advantage.
I'll make it. I have 2 points.
Okay.
Yeah, you go for it. Mine's not as good.
But
Don't fuck up.
All right.
Hey.
Quickly, you spin the wheels, and the planets and stars and everything shifts to the year 302. And there you can see the hologram shifts, and you can see what appears to be the modern capital, the city of Dios. the capital of the Holy Empire. Although it seems, from what you remember, because you went there, it seems younger as a city. It seems a lot of the sprawling kind of slums and farmlands around the outer walls of the city don't seem to be as expansive. It seems a little bit less developed. The harbor seems a little bit less impressive, but it is, the sort of that pentagon-shaped 40-foot tall curtain wall around the city made of white stone is pretty unmistakable. This is the modern city of Dios. I would say, Ciarenne, make me an insight check. Older. Everything around you screams older.
Okay.
All right. That'll bring us to Nirendal.
Okay, I feel like we just tried to turn back the date in Animal Crossing, and this guy is Resetti, and it's making me real sad. So so I've looking around the room real quick.
Yep.
I'm hoping to find some kind of inscription or number or something, a date, a book. At a quick glance around,
Make a perception check real quick.
anything. Okay. Sorry, you said real quick. I don't know how to do things.
Looking around, no dates, no numbers, just these impossibly older than history armored figures.
There, pre-year 000?
That was
Oh,
what it was set to when we started.
That's what we started with?
how do we go?
It wasn't.
Wait, what? It wasn't set. Okay, so never mind. That doesn't matter. Okay.
It was at 0 when we came in, so it might be like a B, C type deal, whatever.
I can set it,
Wait,
but I don't know if I can do that multiple times.
Didn't Luke just say it wasn't set? It wasn't set when we came in. So if you
It
said
wasn't
it's
set when you said. Yeah, you could set it to 000.
Fuck it.
Fuck. I'm gonna. Do I have any more?
Yeah, you have an action. You have an action.
Who has the book that we got from the treasure chest on their person? Have we flipped through it, or are you?
Karbah.
I think that's just items.
It's just
It's just it's an item from it's loot.
Heckin' butts, man. Heckin' butts. I don't know. Nerd doesn't pay attention to history.
History's for nerds.
It's
So-
It's older than 302. We don't have record dates on anything older than 302 except 000. Go for it.
Hold on. We might.
What?
When was he gifted the archive?
302.
Sometime around 302, maybe.
Okay, when was he born then?
I don't know.
That's what I would try as a date of birth.
I cannot fathom Luke expecting us to know when he was born.
I mean, extremely thin
Fucking
silver
no.
lining. Fucking this up doesn't seem to summon more of them. It just doesn't get rid of the one that's already in here.
In my brain, real quick, I think maybe the archive. At one point, these creatures were not corrupted, and that would probably be at its inception or prior. And I think we need to go back to. It seems like much more ancient than 302. I think we're going to go can we try negative? Negative?
I don't know. I mean, we could try 000. There's a chance that the 000 could just be when this machine was in place. It could just be relative. But I don't know. I'm reaching.
All right, Nirendal, what you doing?
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna call out to shit. Damn it. I'm gonna say let's get it to the try a negative. Try a negative.
Try a negative. All right, Captain Karbah, it is your turn.
Shit. Are these well, sorry, never mind.
Karbah is fucking lost. Doesn't really know what the fuck is going on. Screaming out dates.
First time here, buddy, huh?
So,
It's super easy.
I'm going to use my action to. I need to investigate more because I don't really know what else is going around.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to need to figure out more of where we're at, see if anything sticks out.
All right. Are you
You have all the
specifically
time in
looking
the
for
world.
clues?
What's
What are you
that?
specifically looking for?
See, he's not very religious. So the history's kind of out, but he's more looking for anything that would point to a date or period or
Sure. The statues seem to
They're predate.
predate any era of history that you're aware of. They're ancient.
right. Now, can I just turn around and ask the shadow thing? When did you come into being?
Sure, you speak out and ask it.
You there? When did you come into being?
All right. That is your action to do so.
Fuck it, I got nothing else.
It's a good thought. It's going to creep and just pull and stretch and elongate and almost this like amorphous pseudopod, disgustingly slimy and creepy, inch its way closer about 10 feet. It's now 90 feet away.
Hell yeah.
Does not,
Okay.
it does not respond.
Fuck yes. Oh, come on, brain juice.
Pyfean, you're up.
I'm going to set it to 000, whatever. Fuck
Okay.
it.
As you switch, the stars rearrange and realign, and everything spins and shimmers, and the illusion switches a million different times before it stabilizes. And where you once saw the city of Dios, the capital, you get the essence that it's the same city, but it is a dramatically different visage. You see a shining, glimmering, golden utopia of spiraling golden and platinum towers, 150-foot tall statues of these beautiful celestial beings, endless, bountiful valleys bathed in golden lights. You can see peace and, strangely, technology. You can see lining the streets are machines that defy your comprehension. You can see massive constructs and golems of this strange, almost alien alloy waltzing and parading through the streets, defending these people. It's beautiful. It appears to almost be like the God's manifestation on Earth.
Would I know this?
Make a history check. It's going to be a high DC.
I'd say. Well, I was going to say, especially with the recent events of
Right.
my life.
If anyone's going to know it, it is going to be you, but it's still going to be a fairly high DC. 17. So you would know, Skamos, that the Holy Emperor of Dios is a celestial being called an Aasimar. They have holy divine blood, and that family line has gone back for generations. And you have heard through history that the ruling family of Dios descended from a civilization, a people of Aasimar, these half angelic people. So this looks to be a city of Aasimar. So something has happened between 000 and 302. Something changed.
Missing that connecting detail.
Move it 100 years. We're going to have to dial it in. We're going to have to go like up and back and figure it
There's
out.
a number between 0 and 302. How many combinations are there?
Well, no, we can
Start at 150.
theoretically. I mean, out of character, we can start kind of setting the scale to kind of get a scope. So if we dial it to like, what did we say, 302? If we dial it back to 250, we can see if it's still golden. If it's not golden, we can go up from 0 to 100 and see if it's still golden. And we can kind of shimmy in to that point. But we have to be...
You can
have to do
also,
it
I will say you can
in a
gain
flow.
information from going forward, and you can gain information from going backward.
So if we like slowly move the dials, will it,
I would say that-
like speed through everything, right?
I kind of almost go to like 250 right now. And if it's too far...
We can play hot and cold.
Yeah.
It's like finding a radio station. It's like
This is very Among Us, where we're trying to find that dial that restores communications.
Oh, I'm sorry. Some of the constructs that you would have seen walking through the streets, I have a visual for them, so I'll just put them there.
Oh, I want it. It's pretty. Tick Tick would love it.
Kind of look like those guys.
Oh, dear. They look scary.
That's my next character, Dibs.
All right. So Pyfean's moved it, so that would bring us to. So we're at year 000. That will bring us to Skamos.
So I'm gonna move it up to. Should we do 100 first, or do you want to do 250 first?
Let's just do. We could do 150, just straight down the middle.
Yeah, 151 would
Yeah, move it straight.
down the middle.
Move to 150.
Okay. I need an athletics check or a strength check, just straight strength. Nice.
Hey,
Getting the rhythm of it, locking it in place. You see this vision of this utopian paradise. Shadows quickly glance over it, and it slows down and starts to stabilize. You see year 150. You see a city under siege. You see a war happening. You see armies of angelic beings side by side with these massive constructs, turning the tide, overpowering this endless wave of demonic hordes. It seems that they have superior weapons and technology, including these constructs that are helping them to win this battle. Their weapons, their armor, all seem to be made out of the same strange material that you are now picking up on as a connecting factor here. This alloy, whatever type of metal this is, seems to be a common link between the spires of the city, between what these constructs are made out of, between the weapons and armor, and it's this strange. The way it refracts light kind of defies traditional physics. It seems to almost glow or shine with this very alien-looking light. And as this happens, as you make this connection, you hear clunk, and a chamber underneath the wheels opens up.
Okay.
I
Grab
put my
it?
hand in it. Yeah.
Inside is something metallic and very heavy. I will say because you used your action this turn, you can't pick it up just yet.
Oh, so my hand's just on it.
You kind of like know that something's in there.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Alrighty, Ciarenne, you're up.
I guess I will go in and. Sorry to stick my hands in front of you, but take the thing that's in the box.
Right, you reach in, and it's kind of heavy, but it slides. You hear this sort of metal on metal grinding sound, and you pull out this massive, beautiful, ornate longsword that seems to be made of that same strange metal alloy that is depicted in these images.
Does that cure archive exhaustion?
So
Can you stab those
I
also?
feel like there's a thread here that I'm missing that I should know.
Can I confer with you to Does it look like statues maybe missing a friend?
Nope, all the statues have their all the statues have weapons.
We still have a shadow monster coming at us right
You do.
now.
Yep.
Yeah. It's good time.
So
There's
I
still more information to be learned.
can I roll some kind of investigation or something to see if I recognize it or
Recognize the type of metal?
yeah. I don't know, maybe it's something from Fort Calum or something.
Make me a history check. You've seen specifically Ciarenne, and actually, Skamos would have seen this before. Pyfean would have definitely seen this before. You, with a 5, you're not certain exactly where, but this alloy seems vaguely familiar. Like you've seen it, something made out of this material somewhere.
Well, Ciarenne was with us on that same mission, wasn't she?
In what session?
The Dios one, if that's what you're referring to, because it's the only. Never mind.
I mean, yes, I was, but I'm not sure that's what he's talking about.
I don't know where you're going with this, so never mind. Don't worry, sorry.
You've seen this alloy somewhere before at the Tealeaf Adventuring Company. There's a whole lot more information to be gained, guys. You've spun it 3 times.
All right.
Spin that wheel more. That's all I'm going to tell you. There's more information to be gained.
Oh.
All right. Nirendal, you're up.
I'm going to again repeat. Set it back.
The 75?
Back.
Negatives.
Oh,
To the
Oh.
negatives.
before I don't know, before whatever.
I have a question as Pyfean. When I hit it to 0-0, would I have noticed that the wheel could turn more, or would it have just hard stopped?
Probably could have gone negative.
Okay.
All right.
I guess for my action, I will. I'm just going to try to look all over the damn place to see if there's an alternate way out, because our point of egress is not a thing anymore.
Sure, make an investigation check.
Okay. I need to find an plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, as that little compartment opened, you would notice that the sword came out, and there's also a little bell on the side of it.
Oh, how convenient. Yeah,
Your way
that's
out is right there. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. All right. Steal my resolve, and I don't have any real inspiration, but I'm just gonna, I'm gonna fucking pull out my mic stand of star power, pop it open, and it'll sparkle,
Alright.
and maybe it'll feel nice. I don't know.
We're having some fun. This beat is sick. Niren just pulled out her disco stick. Let's
there's
go.
a fucking tentacle monster just fucking crouching.
All right.
It's pulled into the music.
That will bring us to Captain Karbah.
Sword, 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 sword.
Ciarenne just stabs him. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. You got the sword.
I'm gonna cast detect magic on it.
Okay. As you expend the spell slot and cast Detect Magic, you notice that the arcane energy that you pulse out as sort of this detecting aura almost immediately gets absorbed into the sword. And you get a brief flash of energy before the spell kind of fades, but you sense a very powerful enchantment. You're not quite able to discern necessarily the nature, but what you notice is that it absorbs that spell like a sponge. It was instant. It was out of you and like a magnet into the sword. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before.
Okay. So is it sheathed?
No, it is no sheath.
All right. So I'm going to take it, turn, and take 3 steps towards the shadow creature with
Okay.
it pointing directly at it.
Okay.
You ballsy man.
using half my movement to walk to it.
Okay, so you are now 15 feet closer. It was 90 feet away from. So you are 75 feet away from it.
Okay. Does the sword do anything? Does the shadow do anything?
No reaction on either end.
I'm going to move another 10 feet in.
Okay, so you are 65 feet away from it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Playing a very dangerous game.
And I'm just gonna have it, I'm God!
Kind of pointed. Yep. Are you proficient with long swords? I think as a bard you are.
I am.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Good to know. The shadow creature, undeterred, still grasping, and it seems like it's almost an effort for this creature just to manifest its existence. It seems to be struggling with every ounce of hatred in its being to just claw and scrape and slide and squeeze and push and pull its way through whatever is holding it back closer to you. It can move 10 feet closer. It is now 55 feet away from Karbah and 80 feet away from the rest of you. Pyfean, you're up.
Sorry, in the last few months, I've been trying to run through my head of every single session I've been with Skamos in and trying to figure out why this matters. The only metal objects I can think of significance are the magic items from Ted's, which I think I both have. There was the backstory. There was the Sea Temple. I don't think that matters. I don't want it to matter. Fuck.
There's so many
Usually with
items.
Dios.
He said something at the Tealeaf Adventuring Company.
I know, but he said
I mean-
Nirendal specifically, which is why I was wondering.
And Ciarenne, let's see it. I would say Karbah probably not. Karbah probably has not seen this. Nirendal, maybe.
I'm thinking maybe it's more like part of one of the characters, the NPC's accessories or something.
Yes, which NPC wears metal?
Well, Marigold has a shit ton of jewelry on.
All
I-
the
that doesn't-
NPCs. We would have all seen their accessories, it would have been a
Pyfean, I will say at the start of your turn, make me a history check because
Oh
this is
God,
obscure.
I'm great
This
at
is
those.
obscure. We'll see if your memory's jogged.
I'm great at these, I promise. No.
Oh, you've seen it was something. Okay, so you've seen two objects. One was definitely in Dio, so you know that, and then there's one back at TAC. The one at TAC was shit. What was it? It wasn't. Was it? I think it was outside. That's your hit.
Do we have a statue?
You have a lot of statues.
Thanks, Luke.
All right.
That's real helpful.
So, Pyfean, your action. What do you want to do? It is set to the year 150.
Oh God, I'm gonna do each. I'm gonna hold my action until someone rolls better, but I do relay that information that I remember. I just rattle off what you said essentially, and I'm holding my action to spend this if someone gets a better idea.
Okay. Skamos, you can make a history check for a hint.
Yeah, I was just saying,
Natural 20. You would
Yeah.
recognize number one, the throne of the Holy Emperor was made out of this material. The way it shines, you'll never forget. It's like this strange, alien, beautiful thing. And then also with the natural 20, you would know, very obscure, that the strange metal ball that Marigold plays fetch with coconut with seems to be made out of this same material.
Damn it, I was trying to remember if Coconut had a collar or something.
Ah, yes. Let me take this priceless metal ball and huck it across my back.
For what it's worth, that's what you remember
Does
with the
she-
natural 20.
what about Dios? Oh, it's the throne. It's the throne.
That's
Right.
I was gonna say I think the Dios connection might be slightly more
So-
important.
So, does she know that then?
Does who know that?
Does she know that she's throwing around ancient metals?
You'll have to ask her when you get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could fund the
I'm gonna
guild
move it
for
back 50 years. I'm gonna move it back 50 years.
50 years. Okay.
850?
So 100?
So year 100. So go ahead and make go ahead and make a strength check. Okay. You see Yeah, we'll dial it in. This is fun. You see the war beginning, that same war, and this angelic city, this shining paradise being overrun. It seems that something between the year 100 and 150 changed the tide of this battle, and definitely seems to have tilted it in the Asimar's favor. They seem to be actively losing the war in the year 100.
Do they have the metal with them that they're using later on?
They do not.
So I'm assuming that's the probably what the turning point for that was then.
That's a very logical conclusion.
Since I'm
Okay,
holding
so
my
it's
action,
sometime after this then.
can I try 125 with my held action?
Sure. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh, for fuck's
Oh
sake.
no!
Yeah, not this time.
Broke your
Alrighty.
fingers.
So, Ciarenne, you're
I
up.
guess. Um. I guess I will go try to make a turn of the wheel. I guess, even though I'm not very strong.
Worth a shot.
I'm helping.
Oh my god.
That's a save,
No,
technically.
that's a safe. Reroll a strength check.
Oh.
Fuck that. Make Luke do it. Nope. It's
Not any stronger.
no.
I was helping.
We were all hoping.
All right, Niren, you got your disco stick out. What you doing?
Shit. I guess I'm gonna make a wall of ice, I guess, with my the frosty stick.
Okay.
Stack of frost. Okay.
All right, just trying to buy yourself some time against this thing.
Yeah, can I cover the way a little bit?
Sure, you can interject a wall of ice between you and the shadow creature.
I just don't want to put it in between Karbah and us. So I know Karbah's trying to do a thing. So maybe, you know what? I'm not going to do that this time. Because Karbah's trying to do a weird thing. I'll respect it. I guess I'm going to run up and try to stupid...
Okay. What year are you trying to set it to?
25 years forward, I guess.
Okay.
Let's see.
You're stronger than me.
It's an action, right?
It is an action, yep.
Okay. Well, let's
Just a strength
see.
check.
All right. I've been working on my biceps. I can't even find. Oh, I just hit strength, right? Just
Yep.
straight up strength. Oh, that's a saving throw. Hold on. Why do I do anything?
You can't cancel out of a roll after you click it.
Natural 20. All right. So you change it to year
Yeah.
125, and you see this angelic city. To the north, there is a mountain range, and there is a massive mining operation happening in this mountain range. It seems they are extracting this strange metal ore from the mountains to the north.
Are they calling
Meanwhile,
the
there's...
Silver Mountains?
What's up?
Is that why they call them the Silver Mountains?
Maybe. That is a logical conclusion. All right. Anything else, Niren?
I don't think so. I think my
All right.
action is healing light. No.
Doesn't
do it.
work. All right. That'll bring us to Captain Karbah. You are 55 feet away from this creature.
I'm going to move another 10 feet towards it.
All right. You're 45
Sword
feet
still
away.
drawn. 40 feet
Okay.
away. Anything?
It's still coming towards you. It does not seem deterred.
We'll get to 25 feet.
Okay, that's the full extent of your movement. You are 25 feet away from it.
Anything?
Coming
Doesn't
straight
seem to be
towards you.
flinching.
Nope.
All right. I'm going to
Any
use my
semblance
action.
of sapience to this thing seems to be long gone. There seems to be very little intelligence behind this creature. As you get closer, you can see in more clear detail just the disgusting, aberrant, alien nature of it. It almost seems like interdimensional in a way that's shifting and phasing and warping and morphing like this inky blob of this tentacled mass of eyes and mouths and claws and tentacles and teeth just ripping its way through reality towards you.
Like a dermoid system out.
All right. So, as my action, I'm going to dash and just move back towards everyone else.
Okay, so 30 feet back, so you're now 55 feet away from it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to move 10 feet closer. It is now 45 feet away from Karbah and 70 feet away from the whole party.
Jeez.
Pyfean, you're up.
So it's on 125 right now.
Yep.
115.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Not quite strong enough.
I'm so exhausted from spinning this damn wheel.
Pressure's on. Pressure's on.
Yeah, that's
All right, so that'll bring us to Skamos.
I'm gonna try.
We're at 125 right.
135.
135. Okay. Oh, this wheel does not want to spin.
Need some elbow grease.
Yeah,
Need some WD-40.
Well, so what happens is almost simultaneously, Pyfean's like, we gotta go forward 10 years, and Skamos is like, we gotta go back 10 years. So you're like grabbing the wheels, like actively opposing each other.
And the wheel just sets back on 125 in
Yeah.
the middle.
All right, Ciarenne, you're up. Just
Oh.
for flavor, because I think that's kind of funny.
Very funny.
Oh.
Spin the wheel.
I feel like spinning the wheel isn't even worth it for me because I'm so bad.
If you're not doing anything else, just spin the wheel.
I think I'm actually gonna move. I want to move towards Karbah and tell him to give me the sword.
Karbah, you give him the sword?
Is she close enough?
Sorry.
You are 55 feet away from it, and it is 70 feet. So she would be able to. You'd be 10 feet away. You could like toss it to her.
All right, that's fine. That works.
Okay.
All right. So
Throwing
you have
knives.
you have the sword. You catch it in both hands.
Right, and then I don't have any movement left, right?
Correct. You could dash.
Okay, I'll dash towards Nirendal.
Okay, you dash to Nirendal.
Okay.
Alrighty, that'll bring us. Oh,
Yeah. No, that's it.
okay, that'll bring us to Nirendal's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna spin that heckin' wheel.
Okay. What year are you trying to set it to?
You know what? I'm gonna go with my plan. I'm gonna go into the negatives. I'm gonna go like negative hundo, maybe.
Negative 100. Okay.
I'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna kiss my bicep. I'm gonna give it a spinarooski. Phew.
Not
Oh.
quite.
All right. We're really strong, you guys.
You guys are swole. That'll bring us to Karbah.
All right, I want to get to the wheel.
Okay, easily enough. You're at the wheel.
I'm gonna go to year 1600.
Into the future.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Okay.
Strength.
Strength check.
That's a
Now,
jam.
the future is a curious thing, as it is malleable. So, with the current trajectory, as you spin it, you gain a profound understanding that going into the future is interesting. With the current trajectory of events, as it ends at the year 1600, the vision you get is of darkness, complete black void. and from out of that darkness, you see two blood red crimson eyes glare back at you. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Well, it's nice knowing all of you.
You, with every ounce of your being, need to get the fuck out of here right now. That is the most horrifying, mind-penetrating, dominating presence you have ever felt. Shake you to your absolute core. You need to spend your next action on your turn to get the fuck out. Like, it is the highest level of fear you have ever felt and ever probably will fear in your life.
I wanted to go far enough in the future where none of us would be alive, and I figured out why. Let's get the fuck going!
All right, it's going to creep 10 feet closer. It is now 60 feet away from all of you. Pyfean, you're up.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do the opposite, and I'm going to spin this fucking wheel back until it stops.
As far negative as it'll go?
Like, literally until, like,
Pyfean gets
can't
to
move
say
it.
the Big Bang.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You would see, as far back as this would go, you see endless, uncharacteristic, rolling green hills of what you can only assume to be Dios before civilization, and you see strange celestial beings that you are almost only they're not really depicted as formed, they're more alluded to than shown, which you can only assume to be the old gods creating these people out of their own being. And this is the creation of the Aasimar race. The Aasimar were the first people to inhabit this plane.
Okay. Well, I actually didn't know where I was going with this, so...
It's a piece of knowledge.
It is a piece of knowledge. Add that to the timeline. On D&D Beyond, on World Anvil.
Yeah.
Year 1600. Death. Death.
I mean, I'll die before then. I'm not an elf. They're fucked.
Well, you're an Oath of the Ancients paladin, my friend. You don't die of old age.
Oh, fuck, that is a feature, isn't it? Shit!
Yeah. All right, that'll bring us to Skamos.
I'm gonna just move it, try to get to 135 again.
135 again, okay.
Yeah.
I'm jumping back and forth in my mind, like trying to keep... Okay, so you would see in the year 135, enough of this alloy has been extracted that you see the Aasimar forging and constructing using this material. You can see it is used to create these constructs and create these armor and weapons that were then, in the year 150, used to turn the tide of the war. What you catch, and this is probably the vital connection here, this is the culmination of all of this, you see them using this metal and its natural affinity for absorbing magic. They can use this metal. You see wounded Aasimar from the field of battle with these horrible, tainted, festering wounds. And you see another doctor or a medical professional come up and touch them with a bit of this metal. And that wound, that evil infection from the wound is drawn into the metal. There's the key. Whatever material this is, this metal absorbs magic. It can be used to draw out the curse. This is how you restore the exhaustion. You need to get your hands on this alloy.
Isn't that
And
what
at
the
this,
sword's made of?
it is what the sword is made out of.
Cool, we have the MacGuffin sword with fucking bail!
So,
I mean, we had to make
What
up
I'm
a
getting-
ball as well.
what I'm getting from all of this is we need to resurrect Tick Tick and Horsesick to build shit for everybody. It's just what I'm getting out of all this.
Getting out of this is Miracle needs to play more ball with Coconut Leaf.
So my
Maybe
initial
like Elmo
question,
Smoke or something, I don't know.
my initial question of how do we get Tick Tick back was correct.
All right.
For all
That
intents and
doesn't help
purposes.
us if we didn't know this.
Right.
You
Next
would
time.
also be given the name of this alloy at this point. And it sort of enters your mind passively through sort of osmosis. This metal is called arcananium.
Arcananium.
Arcanonium.
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 Yeah.
You really like difficult to pronounce words.
Arcanonium.
Ashnesium.
Archaonium.
Sounds like a baller game on Steam.
Arcan. It really does.
Yes. A very important and very ancient material.
I mean, we do have Smith.
Okay.
I mean,
Still
unless
tick, tick.
people want
I'm gonna
to.
relay my information to
Okay.
other people and gonna I'm suggesting that we probably should tell Marigold that she literally has the cure to our problems in her hands, as well as we have a sword that does it now.
We get back, and she's like, I've never had these wounds on my hands. It's really weird.
Here's the thing, though. It's in our best interest to get as much information as we possibly can before that thing
I
gets.
mean, yeah. If
No,
we want to keep fucking around and spinning the wheel, we can.
Go!
All right, that'll bring us to Ciarenne, sorry.
So when Skamos relays all the information to me, Ciarenne's gonna look at him and be like, "Yeah, no fucking shit. What do you think I'm doing with the sword?" And turn and put it on Niren's exhaustion wounds.
Okay.
Just flat blade
Hey.
across it and see if it works.
Nothing happens.
Oh shit!
Damn it.
So either
does it
it
only
needs to be in
work-
some raw form, or the sword is just shite.
Or it doesn't
Or
work
it
on
just
this
doesn't work
plane.
here. Yeah.
Or magic doesn't work in here.
Or it's not a curse, or it's not a magical curse until we leave.
Okay, let's.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Ghost of Warsick.
All right. So you attempt to touch Niren's wound, and it does not have an effect.
Hmm.
You're on the right track. I will say, I'll have to explain this after, but
Maybe can I roll like a medicine check or something to have an idea?
make an Arcana check actually for me.
Okay.
Do we have to attack?
So you saw that the sword absorbed Karbah's detect magic spell, and the sword is clearly enchanted on its own. You gathered that maybe Archaonium can only absorb so much magic before it's saturated. So maybe the sword is already saturated with some sort of enchantment, rendering it unable to draw out such a powerful curse. So you would need more of the material to draw out.
Alright, so to the Silver Hills we go.
Yeah.
We need to get Orsick's team involved.
We need to find out what happened to this material.
Oh yeah, true, because it's not being used in Deus anymore, is it?
We need to.
All
we-
right.
Us out of the throne.
Niren,
Well,
you're up.
It was
Okay.
after 150.
it's after 150, but before 302.
302.
Okay. So I'm just gonna do nice little increments. Maybe I'll try to run out to like 170. I'm gonna try to channel my love energy. D&D.
Or wait, no, it was something used in 302, wasn't it? Or am I misremembering?
What?
302 was the young modern Dios.
But it had,
But it had the
constructs.
construct still.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 150 was like the thick of it. Like
Okay.
150 was the war. They were winning
yeah.
the war. They were winning the war. In the year 175, the war is won, but you can see depictions of all sorts of priests and healers of these angelic people. You see babies being born that are slowly losing that celestial bloodline. It seems to be thinning. It seems to be diluting. It seems that this Archaonium is actually, over time and through long-term prolonged exposure, drawing that magic out of them.
So it's making them not gods anymore.
It's making them less celestial. Yes.
So, okay.
Okay. And is
So
there any?
that's why it's not in use.
Except it's the throne that
Well-
the fucking Emperor
I
of Dios
mean-
sits on.
We just figured out with the sword, if it's been oversaturated enough, it doesn't really do anything. So I'm guessing
That's
that's just a really
true.
old piece of metal.
Or he's just neutering himself every day. It's
Or-
fine.
He just got his ball sack right in the microwave every day.
I mean, you know what? It's an easy way to make yourself sterile.
All right,
Um,
that'll bring us
So
to.
I also, because you said some of the statues were holding these weapons.
Depictions of these weapons.
Okay.
There's no Archaeonium in the archive. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
Other than
Well,
the thing.
there was.
Other than the sword.
All right. Cool. But no, I guess, are we seeing the kind of things that they're making into Archaeonium?
Yeah, so the weapons being held by all of these warriors seem to be, these warriors or the statues seem to be active participants of this war. So around the year 150 is when these statues were probably based off of.
Okay.
So it
Okay.
seems like they're losing the war. They find this magic metal. They win the war, and then over time they're like, "Crap, this is making us not celestial." So they stopped using it. That's my judgment of this.
Well, or they just kept using.
Or they could also remind it, but I don't think that's the case. If that's
Alrighty, that'll bring us to Karbah. Anything you want to do? Well, you're
Yeah,
terrified.
Karbah's gonna start headed towards the grab us a sword.
Giving it up, Ciarenne?
I thought it was feared and was supposed to like flee.
I'm headed towards like you and the cat. I need the sword.
Whatever, you can have it, I don't care.
So you
Take the
take
sword,
the
hit the bell.
Bing! You teleport out. Alright. It's going to creep 10 feet closer. It is now 50 feet away from all of you guys. And Viewer's Choice Poll is live, folks. Get those votes in now. Alright, that'll bring us to Pyfean. If it's a feature, Karbah into the void, near and concerned mom, Skamos Flyboy, Ciarenne doesn't approve. Love it. The names are always the best.
Jeez.
Alright, Pyfean, you got anything else? You want to try any other dates?
this only shows us Dios, correct?
So far from what you've seen, yeah. Yes, it only shows you Dios.
I want to. Well, I mean, since we seem to have the timeline for how this works, a year into the future. Fuck it.
1 year into the future?
Jesus.
1477. Alright, go for it.
Tick is alive.
Pyfean, a cold chill goes down your spine as you see the same black, empty void that Karbah saw when he went to the year 1600.
Oh boy.
And I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw as that red pair of eyes
Is that
stares
a
right back.
magical effect?
I don't give a fuck. There's nothing you can do to overpower this.
The Deus Ex Machina monster.
You are horrendously shaken down to the very fragment of your core. Other than a natural 20, in which case you might have been able to get a better look at it, you need to get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
All right, Skamos. You're up.
And seeing the situation, who's left in the room with me?
It would
Ciarenne?
Dipped, right?
Pyfean didn't
Everybody,
get, yeah,
Yeah.
everybody except
Oh.
Karbah. Yep.
Okay. Well, I think we've got enough. What we can get out of here for now.
Listen,
And
I'm a nerd,
if
but
I'm
we're
gonna
with limb. to be here right now. We better get this nerd shit figured out as much as
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay.
Let's
We'll
get as
get
much as we can.
Ding.
Getting out of there? Okay.
Yeah.
Skamos is out. All right,
Nirendal and Ciarenne die in archives.
Yeah.
That'll bring us to Ciarenne.
I'm gonna
You got
try
50
and
feet of
roll
movement. You got
the
this.
wheel.
Yep.
I can move to roll the wheel from here, right?
Yeah, you're close enough. Yeah. Is that a 13?
That's
All
a
right.
save.
Oh, I
It's,
didn't save again.
it's the same roll anyway. I'll give it to you. What year do you want to set
Okay.
it to?
I want to set it to 275.
275. Okay. As you change it, you can see that the vast majority of the that celestial nature has been sapped. That Aasimar bloodline has been sapped, and that the Empire of Dios is now predominantly human. And the few remaining Aasimar have assumed positions of leadership.
Okay.
You've seen the formation of the monarchy of Dios. Any other questions?
No.
All right. That'll bring us to Nirendal.
Okie dokie. I guess I'm gonna just try to throw the ice ball up.
Throw
Yeah.
the ice wall. Okay. Just right in front of the thing.
Yeah, see if we can block it, slow
Okay.
it in any shape or form. That's my action. I don't have inspiration, but I'm just gonna squeeze Ciarenne's hand and hold the wheel with her and try to help her spirit, I guess.
All right. It shatters straight through the ice wall. It does not impede it at all. These things are ancient and made to defend this place. It is 40 feet away.
Oh, shit,
Pyfean?
dog.
You're scared.
I guess I'm leaving. I guess I'm leaving.
All right, Ciarenne. Get those votes in, folks. Got a lot of votes, actually.
A lot of people are participating today. Good on you
Yeah.
guys.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast inspiration on Nirendal.
Okay.
Why not?
Sure.
And I guess I'll roll it one more time. if I
Okay, what
can.
year do you want to set it to?
Oh, I can't. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
and then I'll use. Can I use my movement to? Oh, I guess I can't ring the bell with movement, can I?
Nope, it's got to be your action.
Okay.
All right, that'll bring us to Nirendal.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do one more spin.
All right, pick a year, any year.
I'm gonna squeeze Ciarenne's hand, and I just want to confer with her. I think I need to know where this metal is being concentrated. So maybe 200, flat out 220, maybe. Oh, sometime.
220?
Well,
So
Said it turned the tides.
in 175, they had won the war.
okay,
220 would be after the war.
220 is
Well, it was
after.
like 115 that turned the tides, right?
It was like 130. I think it was 125 that they.
Okay.
It was like 135 that they were extracting the metal.
Yeah.
150
150
is
they
when they were turning.
active
Yeah.
war. 175 they'd won the war. So I guess we need to find out what happened directly after the war. So maybe like 160.
Okay.
I think, just to see what happens to all their shit.
Okay.
All right.
So you see after the war in the year 160, the demons are gone. The kingdoms at peace, and they are building the infrastructure of this beautiful gleaming city. They are enhancing basically everything in that original picture. This one is now being changed from gold and silver and platinum to archaeonium. They had an entire civilization founded on this material.
Oh, I'm gonna look at Ciarenne and be like, it's under Dios?
It's getting absorbed up, so it'll fail. Well, let's get out of here. We can talk about it later.
I'm with you. You're amazing. I kiss her on the cheek. We're
Aw.
going to ring the bell. We're going to get
Aw.
All right. It gets a little bit closer. You guys both ring the bell?
Yeah.
All right. You guys both ring the bell, and we are out of here. Good job, you
Here.
guys.
Brenna would be proud of us. Get the lore till the last minute.
Alrighty, you guys. We did it! We did it! We did an archive mission, and we only suffered 1 point of exhaustion. So, as a general statement, it was discovered tonight, the question was answered, the puzzles were solved, that this strange metal from Dios, this archaeonium, is an absorbent sponge for magic. And it was previously used to heal demonic curses from people. It can draw magic out. But it can only be used to absorb so much magic before it is deemed impotent.
Also, the world ends in a year. Have fun, guys.
Yeah, also, kind of fun. But we have 2 magic items to give out. Actually, we got like a minute left on viewer's choice, so let's just let that ride out. It's looking like that extra point is
I don't know
gonna
if it's
go
gonna
to
move much at
Ciarenne.
this point.
Yeah.
So,
We'll let it ride out. Hope you guys had fun. Archive mission's a little different. Lots of lore. I'll have to go through and get all that timeline down. Just for future reference. But in general, it was interesting. I actually kind of like the way that you guys were bouncing back and forth. It's not how I was expecting to narrate it, but it made it interesting from a narrative perspective to try to align things in that order. And there we go. Ciarenne doesn't approve. Gets the bonus Tealeaf point. Congrats.
Hey, thank you.
What does that put you at?
15.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
You cashing in? Cashing in?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our September backstory mission. It's gonna be the first double backstory mission we've ever had.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. All right. Alrighty. DM's choice tonight. I really like the teamwork you guys did. I'm going to give it to Captain Karbah, though, because I like the leadership he took in solving the puzzles and taking a risk. And I thought he was very ballsy in trying to just go toe-to-toe with the Watcher with the sword. And great roleplay throughout the whole night, I think. So go ahead and take that extra Tealeaf point, Mr. Captain Karbah.
Appreciate it.
All right. And so you've all gained 1 Tealeaf point. Captain Karbah and Ciarenne have gained 2 Tealeaf points. You guys are all going to gain 2,250 experience. Big ol' EXP drop in the archive.
I'm sorry, how much?
2,250.
2250.
I'm at 15,000. 20.
Ooh.
Does that mean I'm 6? No.
Yes.
Really?
Character advancement.
yeah, the cap is 14,000.
14K is 6. So we got a ding.
Hey.
You're level 6. Congrats. All right.
Wow.
Anybody else dinged? I don't think anybody else dinged.
Nope.
Okay. Alrighty. First things first. I know we've all been waiting for it. We have a rollover item. Kathy the Animated Shield. If you want to bid on Kathy the Animated Shield, the command /W space GM and the number. There it is. Guys, Tealeaf point bids for Kathy the Animated Shield. Going once.
Luke, is this the same shield as us? Just named Kathy?
Yeah, it is. It's just this one has a personality. Going once.
It's sassy.
Yeah, so Kathy is it's basically a Karen. But it's fun and people loved it last time. So going once. Going twice. Going thrice. Sold. I love it.
Nirendal.
All right. For 2 Tealeaf points, Kathy, the animated shield, is going to fucking Nirendal.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
I love it. God.
It's fate. It's just
Oh,
fate,
it's
Luke.
fate. Yes. All right. So go ahead and copy and paste that to your inventory. As far as D&D Beyond, it's just an animated shield. Its name is Kathy, and it's bitchy. It's really, really clingy and really protective and really jealous. So all those club boys, girlfriend, you're mine.
Just gonna keep me honest.
Alrighty. And then we have 2 magic items for tonight. We have the book and the sword. Which would we like to look? Actually, let's just show them both off, and then we can decide what we want to bid on first. So this is the Archaeonium sword. It is a very rare longsword and requires attunement. Forged by the ancient celestials of the Deocean line, this blade is made of Archaeonium, a strange godly alloy that seems to have a natural affinity for magic. It shimmers and refracts light in an otherworldly manner. While attuned to this magical longsword, attacks made with it receive a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls. In addition, the Archaeonium longsword deals an additional 2d6 radiant damage against fiends and aberrations. In addition, once per day, you may use the sword to cast either Cure Wounds at 3rd level or Remove Curse. Let it be known that Remove Curse does not mean you can remove the exhaustion. It is just the Remove Curse spell like that. So it's similar magic, but not the same as regular Archaeonium and removing exhaustion. Okay. The second item is the book that Captain Karbah found. This is another boon of the archive. There's going to be one of these in almost every archive mission. One-time use, consumable. The knowledge contained within the accursed archive is dangerous, but it has its benefits as well. After spending 24 hours reading this ancient tome, you may gain proficiency in 2 skills of your choice, or expertise in 1 skill in which you are already proficient. Once this tome grants its boon to 1 reader, it is magically destroyed. A nice little, just flat character buff. So, which do we want to bid on first, guys? The sword or the book?
Let's do that. Sword?
Okay. Any objection? Okay, then we will open bids for the Archaeonium sword. Bids for the sword. Going once. Going twice. Going thrice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie. I need both Captain Karbah and Skamos to roll me a D100. You guys both bid 2 Tealeaf points. High roll takes it.
No!
Oh,
Oh dear.
Oof is right.
feels bad. Feels bad. Oof.
Been
So,
robbed again.
Captain Karbah, minus 2 Tealeaf points for the sword. Go ahead and copy and paste that bad boy into your inventory, because I'll delete the handouts next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep up with this for now.
Shit. Okay. Alrighty. And last, but certainly not least, is this week's Boon of the Archive. Bids for this boon, extra skill proficiencies, always handy. Going once. Going twice. Going thrice. Alrighty. Sneaking in a last minute bid. We have a winner. That's also going to go to Captain Karbah for an additional 2 Tealeaf points. Going big spender today. You get the boon of the archive, so you can take proficiency in any 2 skills or
I need
expertise in 1.
I need to catch up a little bit. So.
Alrighty, damn son. Made out like a bandit this session.
I mean, in all fairness, the 2 items I left with too.
That's fair. That's true.
Real winner here with Kathy.
Yeah, Kathy's.
Because 59 is very beatable. I had to roll a 1.
Ugh,
It
God,
was like a 40% chance of rolling over, yeah.
jeez Louise.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for you tonight. Congratulations on surviving the first ever voluntary archive mission. Hope you had fun. We've got some lore to build on. We've got some stuff to discuss. Have at it in tavern chat. At me if it's relevant. We are going to raid out to Friendly Pyro, send him the Dungeon Daddy love, give him all that TGR hype. Thank you so much for hanging out. We will see you this Saturday for Small World.
Yeah.
Palu.